500 years ago, an unprecedented meteor shower tore through space, forming a massive dark vortex. Countless monsters poured out from the dark vortex, flooding the Earth. Humanity called them evil spirits. The evil spirits fed on humans, while the weak humanity had no way to fight back. The lucky survivors established multiple safe zones. From there began the war against the evil spirits. Soon after, humanity discovered a special substance on the bodies of the evil spirits. Scientists injected this substance into animals, helping them mutate and develop powerful abilities. Those with strong spiritual power could form soul contracts with mutated animals, turning them into spirit beasts. Thus, an entirely new profession was born, called spirit masters. They became humanity's main force against the evil spirits honored with the highest status in society. Suddenly, a voice shouted, "An evil spirit is gnawing on the little dog with ID number 205. The young man lying on the ground stepped on by. Someone shouted loudly, "Chew, we let go of 205 now." But no miracle appeared, blood splattered everywhere. The little dog did not survive. Chewie was the one stepping on Dathiantin's face, trying to assert his dominance. He sneered at Dathiantin. "Remember this well, there are people you can't afford to offend." The little dog's death was also his doing. He continued threatening, "This time I only took your dog's life, next time it will be yours." Two men beside him carrying a husky arrogantly thought that as spirit masters, even signing contracts with spirit beasts was beyond them. Truly worthless among the worthless. Dathiantin clenched his teeth, looking at Chewie with a resentful glare, shouting, "Chewie, I want to kill you. I want to kill you." But to Chewie, these words were just a joke. He sneered, "Kill me, ha ha ha, you wish." He pressed his foot hard against Dathiantin's back. While the large evil spirit's fangs were right next to him, he coldly said, "But right now, killing you is just a thought." Dathiantin's eyes widened, staring at the sharp teeth of the evil spirit, the cause of his dog's death. Just then a voice rang out from behind, "Enough, Lum Nyok Hai." Appearing behind Chewie's group, she spoke softly but with authority. "You killed the pet. You've been beaten too, so it's over." Although Dathiantin was formerly her junior brother, she emphasized, "No matter what, he's still my junior brother. Don't put me in a difficult position." Chewie's group didn't want to stop, but out of respect for Lum Nyok Hee, they yielded. "Fine, for Nyok Hai's sake, I'll spare him this time." Lum Nyok Hee approached Dathiantin. He held the little dog tightly in his arms, his heart aching like it was being cut. She comforted Dathiantin, "You don't need to be like this. In today's society, ordinary people like you simply can't stand against spirit masters." She turned to watch Chewie's group leave, continuing, "You shouldn't oppose Chewie with your status and his family's power. Even if he kills you, no one will stand up to seek justice for you." Seeing Dathiantin remain silent, she added sadly, "Dathiantin 205 is dead. It was just a normal dog, don't grieve so much." But these words could not comfort him. He replied bitterly, "Lum Nyok Hee, you don't need to comfort me. You're also a spirit master. We're fundamentally not the same kind of people." Tears streamed down his cheeks. "Determined, but one day I will become a spirit master stronger than anyone else." That night, under the starry sky, Dathiantin dug a hole for 205. He whispered, 205, rest assured and go. In the other world, you won't suffer beside me anymore." He used his hand to turn the soil. Blood from his fingertip mixed with the dark brown earth. He choked up, "From childhood until now, only you willingly stayed by my side. Only you never despised me as useless." Unable to hide his sorrow, he rested his head on 205's body. His mud-stained hand touched it and he said, "Though I'm an orphan because of you, I never felt lonely. I will definitely avenge you." Suddenly, his eyes widened in surprise. A drop of blood accidentally fell, triggering a miracle. The Spirit Beast Imitation Creation System successfully activated the host. Through the Spirit Beast Imitation Creation System, he repeated in amazement, "Spirit Beast Imitation Creation." A cat-shaped robot appeared surrounded by a blue mechanical glow. It emitted a sound. Creating Spirit Beast requires materials. The contract holder must search for them personally. The system will not periodically provide mysterious Spirit Beast materials. Here is the mysterious Spirit Beast material reward for the contract holder. Do you want to open it? A red spirit material floated in front. Yes, he stood up in surprise. This is a mysterious Spirit Beast material. The material automatically opened. Inside were rare items, Hellfire Flame Breed from Yumin that can burn souls. 5-star Ancient God Spirit Blood material containing massive energy. 4.5-star Mysterious Spirit Soul material. 3-star clock material from a forbidden existence with the power to manipulate current time now damaged. 5-star material. Dathian Tin scratched his head in confusion. Are these all materials to create a spirit beast? The cat robot answered, correct. The system scanned and found near the contract holder a 5-star critically injured material nearly dead. Do you want to try creating it? He was startled. Critically injured, nearly dead. Do you mean I can save 205? A smiling face appeared on the robot's screen. It flew near 205, confirmed the spirit beast form can be considered creation material by the system. Among the 4 pieces of ancient god, spirit blood items containing huge energy, there is a very high chance it will be restored. The system recommends adding human hellfire flame to enhance the attributes of the created spirit beast. Dathian Tin's face lit up. He threw the clock away joyfully. That's great. A few strands of energy entered 205's body, causing it to fly up under his astonished gaze. Its feet touched the ground, teeth replaced by larger ones. When it opened its eyes, its pupils shone brightly, radiating a majestic aura. Blue spirit energy surrounded it, making it stronger than before. Dathian Ting was overwhelmed. This is Hellhound, the evolved form of 205. The system announced Spirit Beast creation completed for the first time. Contract holder created Spirit Beast. The system rewarded 1 skill point. The contract holder can choose to fuse 2 Spirit Beast skills. Please make your selection. Dongon 205 suddenly realized, oh, I can also fuse Spirit Beast skills. That means I can also use 205's abilities. He reached out to select on the screen. I choose Yumin Flame Spear and Spirit Control. The system explained Spirit Control suppresses the soul of opponents no more than 2 levels above the contract holder, affecting combat. Yumin Flame Spear summons Yumin Hellfire Flame to attack effective against both physical and spirit beast souls. Fixed skills. Blue spirit energy flooded his body. Dathian Tin felt power surging, laughing loudly. Ha ha, I now feel filled with strength. Even without 205's help, I can defeat a lower-level spirit beast on my own. The system laughed wickedly. Spirit, please quickly sign a contract with the spirit beast. His mood dropped, worried system. I'm 5 years old. Due to a mental incident, my spiritual power was depleted, so I've never been able to become a spirit master. Can I still sign a contract? In the past, he had been insulted. Stop wasting time, useless. But the system reassured the contract holder. Don't worry, spirit beasts created by the system have a 100% success rate. He moved closer to 205, bit his finger until it bled, determined. Good, let me try. He placed his bleeding finger on 205's forehead. Blue light flared, wild swirling winds surrounded them. The system cast the contract, achieving success. Congratulations, contract holder 20 Sav calls you master. He was so happy he almost cried, resting his head on its large body. That's great, 205. I finally can sign a contract. I can finally connect souls with you. But he still remembered its small, adorable form before, so he said, 205, can you return to your old form? The current form is majestic but intimidating. Following his words, blue spirit energy swirled and 205 returned to its original shape. He was delighted. That's great. It jumped onto him. He happily said, that's great. It jumped onto him. System explanation. This form can currently charm opponents, achieving the effect of a fake pig eating a tiger. From now on, no one will dare to underestimate us. He sneered. Tomorrow we will make those who hurt you pay. Loud shouting echoed from the mansion, coming home late. Where have you been wandering off to again? Dathian Ting returned home. A woman following behind held her nose, pointing at his clothes. How did your clothes get so dirty? I'm telling you, if these clothes get ruined, I won't buy you new ones. From now on, you should just go to school naked. He didn't listen, his face dark as he walked away. She kept yelling, so you've grown up, huh? Yet you dare ignore me. Do you think I'd kick you out so you'd become an orphan with dead parents? But the phrase orphan with dead parents made him pause. He silently recalled when I was 3, that incident not only drained my spiritual energy, but also caused my parents to disappear. After recovering, I was sent to an orphanage. At 6 years old, I was adopted by my current foster parents, but they already had a daughter. They quickly realized my spiritual energy was depleted, so I couldn't sign a contract with a spirit pet. I could only be an ordinary person in society. The law states foster parents must support orphans until age 56, so my foster parents reluctantly took me in. But their attitude toward me grew hostile. They would beat and curse me for the slightest thing, and I could only endure it. He vowed never to let those things happen again. With sharp eyes turning back, he asked her, "What did you just say?" Strong spiritual energy radiated from him. She panicked and called Dathian Tin. His tone made her furious. "You rotten brat, what do you want?" Her husband came over to calm the old lady. "Don't argue with him. He'll be 16 soon. We won't have to support him anymore." The whole family looked at him with hostile eyes. She kept yelling, "How could I raise a white-eyed wolf like you? And you dare threaten me? Get out right now." He didn't hold back and stepped out the door. "Anyway, I don't want to stay here. Have you ever treated me like family in all these years?" Before opening the door, he said loudly, "I don't have to stay in this house." This made her even angrier. "If you don't want to stay, then get lost. With your trashy nature, you're just a waste in society. Without me, whether you live till tomorrow is another question." He pulled his luggage out, confident. "Is surviving really that hard? I don't just want to survive. I want to live better than others." Suddenly, a familiar voice called out. Dathian Tin Lam Nyuk Hee ran after the teacher. He asked Lam Nyuk Hee, "What are you doing here? If you want me to go back and apologize to my mom, then forget it." She sighed and handed him a stack of money. "Outside, you need money for food and lodging. But my ability is limited. This is all I have." This gesture made him feel a rare warmth. He thought, though she's only my sister in name when everyone else mocked me for not becoming a spirit master, only she didn't. Though she hasn't been especially kind, she never humiliated me like the others. He took the money and said, "Consider this a loan from me to you. I'll pay you back later. Take care." Very quickly, he found an apartment. The chubby landlord showed him the room, saying, "It's 2,000 NDT a month, not much." His roommate was a beautiful young woman. The landlord continued, "But she's mysterious, often not at home. Plus, she has a bad temper." Before leaving, the landlord warned the boy, "I warn you, don't go into the wrong room at night or you'll get crippled." He forced a smile and replied, "You don't talk nonsense. Basically, you're telling me to watch out." The next day at school, Chui saw Dathian Tin enter class with his body intact and mocked, "Only one night and your injuries are healed already. Not bad recovery skills." He stood up and approached Dathian Tin. "The dog you called a spirit pet is dead. Why are you even coming to school?" Dathian Tin silently thought, "I'm here to find you for revenge. Unexpectedly, you brought yourself here." Feeling something odd, he thought, I remember this fire is stronger than mine. How did he get so much taller overnight? Seeing him silent, Chui angrily raised his hand and said, "Don't you know how to bow when I'm talking?" But before he could strike, Dathian Tin forcefully pushed his hand away, making him kneel before him. Chui shouted angrily, "Damn it, you dare fight back!" He looked down coldly and replied, "Fight back. Let me show you what real fighting back means." He grabbed Chui's hand using only a little force, causing him pain and kicking him away. "Chui," he said, "this is just the interest on our debt. We'll settle it slowly." The scene caused the whole class to stir. Is this really Dathian Tin? How is he so strong? Dathian Tin actually defeated Chui. Chui sat up and roared, "Dathian Tin, you loser! How dare you hit me? I will make you regret living in this world." He summoned the spirit beast Ironclaw Wolf. A large spirit beast appeared behind him. Dathian Tin silently rated it only 1.5 stars. It was nowhere near the 5 stars of 205. He clenched his fists confidently and said, "I have fused the skills of 205. Surely I can fight against a level 3 spirit pet." Then Chui ordered the Ironclaw to tear him apart. The spirit beast lunged forward, foam dripping from its mouth. Dathian Tin didn't hurry to strike. Blue light gathered in his eyes as he unleashed a suppression. Another space appeared, immobilizing the Ironclaw Wolf. A ring of blue light appeared beneath his feet. The spirit beast froze midair. He kicked its belly and shouted, "Get lost now!" The spirit beast was knocked back, leaving Chui horrified, unable to believe it. No way. The whole class stared wide-eyed. Am I dreaming? Dathian Tin knocked down the Ironclaw Wolf. Is this guy even human? How can he defeat such a ferocious spirit pet with just human strength? Chui and the spirit beast looked at him full of resentment. He stretched out his hand teasingly. Why choked up? Suddenly, a girl stepped in to stop Chui. "Chui, stop now," Hatuvu questioned. "Don't you know you're not allowed to summon spirit pets in the classroom?" Chui suddenly pushed Hatuvu down, but he didn't stop and ordered the Ironclaw to rush forward. Hatuvu frowned. "Chui, how dare you? If you summon the fire spirit falcon into battle..." She warned Chui, "If you don't recall, your spirit pet don't blame me for being ruthless." Dathian Tin observed and silently praised, "Wow, this fire spirit falcon is rated 4 stars. Its combat power at the same level is very strong." Then the teacher entered and shouted, "What are you all doing?" Everyone stopped and turned around. Teacher Zhang, holding a rod, spoke sternly, "Spirit pets are not allowed in the classroom." Hatuvu thought, "Doesn't the class president know this?" She sat down and continued, "What if you recklessly summon spirit pets and someone gets hurt?" Hatuvu was embarrassed, but Teacher Zhang said Chui summoned the spirit pet first to deal with Dathian Tin. Besides, he didn't listen to my advice, so The teacher slammed the rod on the desk. "Chui, quickly recall your spirit pet and go to the infirmary for treatment." He reluctantly replied, "Yes, ma'am." Teacher Zhang told the other two to recall their spirit pets as well. The Iron Claw returned the fire. Spirit Falcon returned. Before leaving, Chui glared at Dathian Tin threateningly. Dathian Tin replied, "This isn't over yet." He said, "You're right. This isn't over." He watched Chui's figure and added, "That guy is just the interest. The debt you owe I will gradually collect." Teacher Zhang looked at him and thought, "This Dathian Tin can really fight the Iron Claw Wolf with his own strength. Wasn't he very weak before?" Because of this, all three were punished to run several laps around the sports field. Dathian Ting ran with Hatuvu and said, "Tuvu, actually, you don't have to be punished. This is clearly between Chui and me." She replied, "Tian Tin brother, don't say that. Even if punished, I can't just watch Chui bully you." Earlier, Teacher Zhang said, "Although the main responsibility lies with Chui, you also made a mistake. Your fire-type spirit pet could easily injure other classmates." "Yes, ma'am. I accept the punishment of running 5 laps around the gym." She nodded, "Okay." Teacher Zhang, but Dathian Tin raised his hand and said, "Teacher Jiang, this matter was caused by both Chui and me, so I also take responsibility. I asked to be punished together with the class president." The teacher was surprised and waved her hand. "If you want to be punished, it's up to you." But while running, he stretched out his hands strongly and said, "Am I not a real man to let a girl protect me? Didn't you see me beat Chui until flowers fell and water flowed?" Hatuvu gave a forced smile. "That's right. You're really amazing." He recalled Hatuvu and I met at the orphanage. Her spiritual power is extremely strong. From a young age, she showed exceptional talent as a soul master. She was adopted by the head of the city's Soul Master Association in Jiangnan. Thanks to the great amount of resources, she became an outstanding talent among the young spirit masters. After a moment of silence, she suddenly remembered right brother Tiantin. "I heard that 205 was killed by Chui, is that true?" She felt guilty. "I know Chui is targeting you. Because of me, he makes things difficult for you everywhere out of jealousy over our relationship." Dathian has always been a thorn in Chui's side. Because Hatuvu is close to him while Chui likes her. She said I once rejected Chui's confession, but I didn't expect him to do something like that. She burst into tears. "Has always been your friend since the orphanage." He rubbed her head to comfort her. "This silly girl. It's not your fault. It's all because of Chui." He explained to her 205 is not dead. He's still alive and well. He twisted his hand and another space appeared. "If you don't believe me, look at 205 jumping on you, rubbing against your head. Woof woof." She happily said, "Haha, 205, you really are still alive." She hugged 205 tightly and realized, could it be that you and 205 have made a contract? "You became a spirit master then?" He scratched his head awkwardly. "That's right. I obtained some treasures with good artifacts. Not only did I heal 205's injuries, but I also restored my depleted spiritual power." She happily said, "That's great. If Brother Tiantin has become a spirit master, then the final exam won't be a failure anymore." Their conversation was accidentally overheard by Chui. He growled, "Tiantin, I will definitely kill you." Tiantin opened the apartment door, surprised, exclaimed, "Huh, the door isn't locked." He stepped inside and suddenly heard water sounds from the bathroom. He thought to himself, who's taking a shower? His face flushed red with anger. He told himself, could it be the beauty the landlord mentioned, the roommate? Just then a girl stepped out of the bathroom, covered only by a piece of cloth. Dathian Ting was stunned. His nose started bleeding, stammering, "Oh my God." The girl was startled, quickly retreated, and slammed the door shut. He thought, so big, and yet ran out with nothing on. But she was very beautiful. The girl suddenly pulled out a knife hidden behind her back. Ignoring the knife, he quickly explained, "Hello, I didn't mean to intrude just now. I really didn't know you were taking a shower." She must be the person the landlord mentioned, but she didn't listen and shouted, "Get lost!" and rushed forward, swinging the knife. Luckily, he dodged. Amazed by what she did, seeing his quick reactions, she silently evaluated. "This guy can dodge a strike like that. I'm really surprised he's talented, Yan Rang." As she continued to attack, more strikes came. She swung the knife repeatedly. He dodged while explaining, "Hey, beauty, I admit I was wrong to look at your body, but it was unintentional." She kicked, shouting, "Bastard." Seeing her aggressive, he reluctantly thought, "Looks like I have to restrain her first before talking." He grabbed her hands, holding both tightly up, pleading, "Please calm down." But during the struggle, they both lost balance and were about to fall. He panicked, not good, but still didn't let go, continuing to apologize to the beauty. He hurriedly spoke. As they both fell to the floor, his face as red as a tomato. He quickly said, "Beauty, I have absolutely no ill intentions toward you. Please calm down a bit." Despite her tough appearance, she couldn't hide her embarrassment in this situation. He tried to clarify. "Actually, I'm also a tenant in this building. What happened just now was accidental. If there's something we can talk about it calmly, no need for violence." His words made her listen, but she still shouted, "Bastard, get away from me." He quickly stood up. Yes, I'm leaving right away." She stood up quickly and moved toward him. He worried she would attack again, but she said, Yet her eyes were sharp, suddenly kicking him again, painfully. He activated his system's vision, switching to blue space to intimidate. She kicked between his legs, but he dodged, just in time, missing by 0.01 seconds. Still stunned, he looked down and silently cried out, "Oh my God," almost castrated. "This woman is really cruel." She stopped, giving him a chance to reason. "Beauty, you didn't keep your word. I said no violence, but you raised your leg." He sneered. "I said no hands, but my feet are active." At that moment, she sensed something strange. What just happened? In an instant, my body seemed out of control. Could this guy directly attack another person's soul? He tilted his head and explained, "I just moved in yesterday. The landlord said you were very mysterious, so I didn't misunderstand you." Only then did the misunderstanding arise. Leaning against the door, he continued, "That's too much. You're responsible too. Who told you to not put on clothes after your bath?" She replied coldly, "I'll let you off today. You better forget what just happened. Otherwise, I have countless ways to kill you." He thought to himself, no wonder the homeowner said she has a bad temper. The next day in Dongbin City, Dothian Tin was surprised. "Huh? You even need a Dongbin medal to accept a mission?" He asked the girl. "Miss, may I ask what the Dongbin medal is? What does someone have to do to get it?" And she answered, "You just need to officially join a Dongbin squad, and they will award you the Dongbin medal." He continued to ask, "How do you join a Dongbin squad?" She guided, "You just need to follow the map over there to the recruitment square. There are many Dongbin squads recruiting members there." He thanked her. "Thank you, little miss. After I find a Dongbin squad, I will come back." She smiled. "This kid is really polite. Serving you is my duty." "I'm at the recruitment square." Dothian Tin was stunned. Wow, this family member is really tall. He noticed someone not in line and thought to himself, why isn't this family member lining up? Someone next to him said, "Do you want to die?" That guy is an E-rank spirit controller named Quavo, the Quay guard of the first Dongbin squad Ironblood. Quavo loudly asked in the Dongbin City Hall, "Hey, is there any mission nearby suitable for this old man?" The female manager trembled respectfully. "Spirit controller, sir, please follow the rules and don't cut in line." Quavo snapped, "What right does a normal person like you have? Tell this old man to get to work quickly. I cut in line before and no one said a word, and you dare tell me to follow rules." The girl fearfully repeated, "Please line up according to the rules." Quavo showed no mercy and reached out to grab her head. "Damn it, you want a beating, huh? Hero won't even work. I'll beat you to death." Just then, Dothian Tin appeared like a hero saving a beauty. "Who are you to interfere with this old man's business?" "Why," he replied, "I'm just a student. I can't stand seeing others being bullied." Quavo growled, "What?" He tried to pull his hand back, but failed, surprised. "Bastard, how can an ordinary student have such strength?" Everyone around buzzed. Who is this kid daring to provoke Quavo? First time seeing him, he looks like he just became a spirit controller not long ago. What era is this where people like to meddle and provoke Quavo? He's basically useless. Quavo refused to be humiliated, raised his fist. "No, if I just let this happen, this kid will make me lose face." He shouted, "Dare interfere with this old man, you want to die." Dothian Tin smoothly dodged as spun and kicked Quavo hard enough to send him flying to the ground. Everyone was shocked. Who is this young man that defeated Quavo with just one move? I heard Quavo is the underground wrestling champion in Jiangnan City, yet he couldn't endure a single move from this youth. Quavo angrily shouted, "Little spirit beast demon, you've successfully angered me. Appear with the fierce hero and deal with him for this old man." A dog walking on two legs appeared, black fur, fiery red hair, bright eyes, wearing armor with a grumpy personality similar to Quavo. The crowd commented that two E-rank spirit beasts focused on brute strength are hard to deal with. Fierce Hero roared wildly. His intimidating roar made everyone cover their ears in fear. But Da Thien Tin calmly stood in front. "I don't use intimidation tricks to fool people. If you want to play, I'll play with you." Huivo was surprised. "You're not affected at all." Intimidation roar is a Dongbin intimidation skill. Everyone here is scared of it, yet you're unaffected. Da Thien Tin confidently waved his hand 205, summoning a ring of light. Suddenly, a goofy husky appeared, barking, and the crowd laughed. Am I seeing things, or is this a husky? Definitely a purebred husky. Someone uses a husky as a spirit beast and isn't afraid it'll run after enemies. Look quickly, this husky is looking down on me. Huevo prideful. I thought you were from a big family, trained from childhood with rare treasures to have such strength, but now I see I was overthinking. Fierce Hero will slaughter that husky today, and you'll eat dog meat hot pot. Da Thien Tin said calmly, 205, they're looking down on you. Show them your true strength. Fierce Hero charged in to attack, but 205 kept a proud expression, jumping around like a joke. Hueva smugly scoffs. A little husky dares to attack the fierce wolf. Hungdai buries his head in the net. Suddenly, 205 transforms into Hellhound and strikes down, crushing Hungdai. The crowd at Dongjing is amazed. This is the Hellhound. Hungdai quickly shifts stance to attack, but Da Thien Tin coordinates with 205, watching its movements carefully. Before Hungdai can attack, 205 activates intimidation, freezing him in place. 205 claws at Hungdai's face and pushes hard. Queva remains confident. You've got some skill, Hungdai. Don't stop, tear this dog apart. The savage insect Den Da Thien Tin orders 205 and Yumin VM kicks two spirit beasts to charge each other. Suddenly, Hungdai's eyes blaze red as he unleashes a powerful move. Da Thien Tin panics. 205, be careful. 205 is pushed back, badly wounded. He runs over anxiously. 205 is in trouble. 205 is seriously injured. Damn it, it's all because I lack experience commanding spirit beasts. When facing force-type spirit beasts, close combat is unwise. If I had chosen to evade from the start and attack from afar, it wouldn't have come to this. I realize this fierce wolf is truly a force-type E-rank spirit beast. Enduring Yumin VM kicks attack and still able to counter with a powerful move. But as I expected, although Hungdai withstands Yumin VM kick, his body and soul are severely wounded. I see Hungdai faltering. This time both are injured. 205 quickly stands up to continue, but Da Thien Tin stops him. 205, sorry, I made a bad command that got you hurt. Quickly return to the contract space to rest. 205 worriedly asks, what about you when I return? Da Thien Tin reassures, don't worry, I have my own ways. 205 reluctantly says, your master must be careful. Queva arrogantly says, foolish, you want to die, don't you? Now you dare to recall your spirit beast. Your spirit beast is badly injured, and you still want it to fight. Da Thien Tin activates the power of friendship. People who don't care about their spirit beasts like you simply don't deserve to be spirit masters. Queva mocks. How childish you think being a spirit master is, some family game. I spend all day standing on the edge of life and death. Why would I care about spirits and spirit beasts? Enough, I'm not patient enough to waste time with you. Hungdai tears him apart. As Hungdai is about to charge, a voice calls out, stop. A charming blonde young man steps in. Queva, don't you know the rules of Dongbin City? No matter what grudges you have, fighting is forbidden inside Dongbin City. The crowd murmurs, isn't this the little city lord? How did he get here? The Iron Blood Dongbin Corps is famous, but they don't hold weight in front of the little city lord. Queva tries to cozy up to the little city lord. I know Dongbin City has these rules, but they've only ever applied to regular Dongbin members. This little brat dared to offend me and must pay. I hope you'll give me some face. It's also for the Iron Blood Dongbin Corps' reputation. Don't interfere in this matter. Sutilla sneers. I don't need to give you face. Give you face besides you, Queva. Don't even have the right to bring up the Iron Blood Dongbin Corps. Queva silently and angrily leaves. Today I'm sparing you for the little city lord's sake, brat. Don't let me see you outside Dongbin City again, or I'll take your life. Hungdai returns. Sutila turns to Dothian Ting with a friendly smile. Brother, are you all right? My name is Sutila, the little city lord of Dongbin City. He replies, I'm Dothian Tin. Thank you, little city lord, for rescuing me earlier. Sutila waves off the thanks. You were the one who saved me, not the agent. I should be the one thanking you. He seriously places a hand on his shoulder. Be careful from now on. That Quava holds grudges and won't let it go easily. He nods grateful for the little city lord's warning. The recruitment square is bustling like a university club trying to recruit members. Dongbin Corps shout, Evil Wolf, Dongbin Corp, recruiting no age or rank limits. Thaika Dongbin Corp, recruiting prioritizing force-type spirit beasts. A silver-haired handsome man approaches to recruit. Malausu Dongbin Corp, recruiting requires spirit masters to teach martial ethics. Another group of men shout, Trikong Dongbin Corp, recruiting requires baby-smooth, white-skinned little brothers. After walking a while, Dothian Tin suddenly notices a familiar figure dozing on a bench. He is startled. Is that her? Looking closely, he recognizes Dieptain Han dressed and barely recognizable. Dothian Ting boldly approaches to strike up a conversation. Beautiful lady, we really have fate to meet again. Dieptain Han glares at him coldly. But Dothian Tin only saw 2 moons glaring under the thin shirt. He told himself to keep a chaste look and turned away. What is this girl doing? If you don't wear clothes after bathing, fine, but if you do, why choose such a revealing one? Dieptain Han didn't care, stepped forward and grabbed his collar threateningly. What do you want from me? I warn you, it's best to forget about last night or I'll kill you. He turned away, annoyed, originally intending to apologize for last night, but seeing this attitude, he gave up. After all, they weren't compatible. No point saying a word more. Suddenly, an uncle with a multi-level marketing vibe approached and slapped him on the shoulder like an old friend. Then Han, this is my friend. Dieptain Han angrily spun around, not recognizing him. The man laughed heartily. Kid, do you want to join the Teo Dao Combat Corps? I'm Tieg Teo Dao, leader of the Teo Dao Combat Corps. Ignoring Dieptain Han's irritation, he enthusiastically introduced, This girl is my daughter, Dieptain Han. You guys seem to know each other. She sharply said they didn't know each other. He laughed loudly. Kid, aren't you going to introduce yourself? Dothian Tin shyly said, My name is Dothian Tin. After hearing this, Tiek Tu Dao was stunned, then exclaimed, Wow, you're also a Diep. Maybe 500 years ago, we were family the Da in the dark. Haha, unrelated people look the same anyway. With a more multi-level marketing expression than ever, he patted his shoulder. When do you plan to start your mission? Dothian Tin, like a country boy in the city, stammered, Start the mission without hesitation. Tiek Tu Dao pulled him down to sit. Almost forgot, right now I officially declare you a Teo Dao member. The Dragon Corps recruiting Dieptain Han was annoyed the old man seemed to be up to something. He turned pale at the recruitment, but his nephew hadn't said he wanted to join. Tiek Tu Dao laughed. Little Da, didn't you come here to join the Corps? He nodded, yes, the man continued. So do you think my daughter is beautiful? Dothian Ting honestly said she was absolutely beautiful. Teo Dao immediately turned into a mage manipulating things, saying joining the Teo Dao Combat Corps is the best choice. Not only do you join the Corps, but you also get close to beauties. Dieptain Han looked like the victim of the old man. The old man came to hit the old man's head and said something nonsense, laughing loudly. Oh dear, is our Than Han shy? Ha ha! Dothian Ting tried to interrupt Senior. Don't you have anything better to do? But he had already fallen into the trap and was pinned with the Corps badge. Okay, now you're a member of the Teo Dao Combat Corps. I'll immediately register you in the badge system. Find someone to write your name on the back, then off you go. I'll take you to headquarters. Dieptain Han stood nearby coldly, as if expecting the outcome. Tiek Tu Dao dragged him away before he could recover. Hey, Senior Raid, The crowd around pitied the kid being tricked into joining the Teo Dao Combat Corps. So young and already deceived was truly pitiful. At the Teo Dao Combat Corps headquarters, it was just an old deserted library. Tiek Tu Dao excitedly said, Little Da, this is the Teo Dao Combat Corps headquarters. You can look around a bit. Dothian Tin looked around with a little hope. Why is there no one here, leader? Dieptain Han coldly stepped in to crush the hope. What's strange, the entire Teo Dao Combat Corps has only 3 people, me, the old man, and you. He collapsed. I've been fooled. This is called a corps. I feel so thoroughly cheated. How can a core like this accept missions? I was counting on missions to survive. I'm very poor now, extremely poor. Tik-Tu Dao patted Little Da's shoulder. Our core focuses on quality, not quantity. There just happens to be a mission for 2 spirits. You and Than Han go try it out. He was delighted, huh? There's a mission for 2 spirits right away. This place isn't that bad. But Dieb Tan Han coldly refused, don't go. I can handle the mission alone, but I don't want to bring you the burden. Then I'd have to deal with enemies and protect you. Tiek-Tu Dao soothed Little Da. This girl is spoiled by me, likes to say unpleasant things, don't mind her. He nodded, leader, don't worry. I wouldn't dare compete with her. He turned to Diep Tan Han to show, if Miss Diep is that capable, I want to join this mission even more. Who wouldn't want to admire Miss Diep's heroic stance? She snorted coldly. Suit yourself, but don't cry begging me to save you then. The vehicle was ready. We can depart now. On the windshield-less vehicle through the desert, Diep Tan Han reported the mission. This mission is to find and eliminate an E-level evil spirit appearing on the suburban highway of Jiangnan City. This evil spirit belongs to the dark spirit type. Equipment can't detect it. Many merchants on the highway have lost both people and goods because of it. Da Tian Tin casually looked out the window. So how do we deal with it? Both were suddenly stunned when they saw a sexy-dressed girl dancing by the road. Such a beautiful fairy. It turned out this was a suburb near the highway surrounded by white bone spirits formed from 206 bone fragments. While Diep Tan Han and Da Tian Tin were both lost in deathly colors, the image of 205 appeared reminding Da Tian Tin, woof, 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 master, wake up quickly. He suddenly woke up and exclaimed, huh, oh my God, but the girl next to him was even more entranced. So beautiful, so beautiful. Zip Tan Han, wake up quickly. What should Diep Tan Han do now? The girl is still stepping on the bear's paw. If she doesn't wake up, there's no way to stop the car. The master really lost to even a goofy husky. Master, try using containment. If containment works, only then try it. Diep Tan Han suddenly woke up and shouted, I'm here. What now? But it was already too late as she realized the car was about to crash into a boulder. Instead of turning, she decided to brake but couldn't stop. Ah, you woke up, but the other person flew straight out of the car. Girls driving is a mistake, but Diep Tan Han driving is just wrong. She anxiously ran out of the car. Da Tian Ting. Da Tian Ting, are you okay? Da Tian Ting? Da Tian Ting, say something. Please don't scare me, okay? One's worrying endlessly, the other just messing around. Da Tian Ting still teased, hey, Miss Diep, you look beautiful even when worried. She really had a sharp tongue and a soft heart. But if she didn't say it, Diep Tan Han would be even harsher. You're the soft-hearted one. I was just checking if you were dead so I could take you somewhere with lots of evil spirits to feed them. Oh, well. She stood up and started looking around. Where is this place? It seems like we've escaped the highway. Earlier, we fell into an illusion probably caused by those evil and dark spirits. She raised an eyebrow suspiciously. How did I escape the illusion? Da Tian Tin proudly boasted, that's thanks to my spiritual pet. Appear 205 as 205 appeared. Its lustful look couldn't hold back and it wanted to rush in. Woof, woof, this is the new female master you found for me. So beautiful. Absolutely amazing beauty, I'm coming. That lustful look on its face, even Da Tian Tin recognized as a dog's lust. Stop. Let me. Diep Tan Han, red face, punched it hard and sent it flying. Looks like our goofy dog is getting bloodthirsty. Go away. Crazy sister, you're fierce and your chest is big too. Da Tian Ting awkwardly explained 205 is a demon-type spiritual pet, the nemesis of evil and dark spirits, so I didn't kill it. Woof, woof, Diep Tan Han glanced back, trying not to laugh. Demon type definitely looks more like a pervert type. It's almost evening. The urgent task now is to find the head of those evil and dark spirits. Once it's fully dark, we'll be in even greater danger. He then turned to 205. Can you smell the scent of the head evil spirit? Besides 205 happily answering woof woof, the male lead really understood its language. Good job, 205, lead the way quickly. Woof, 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 woof. Near dusk, 205 stopped in front of a row of trees showing caution. Da Tian Ting quickly stopped carefully. It must be around here. But the direction 205 pointed to seemed to have nothing. Diep Tan Han now began to take action. Little Black appeared moving with a graceful yet powerful silhouette. The opponents are dark spirits. It's normal that we can't see them. They definitely won't fight us head on. Besides, the Thunder Electric and Demon types counter them effectively. Dathan Ting now clearly saw the four figures before him, his face unreadable. So what's your next move? Dathan Ting didn't answer directly, but calmly ordered 205 to prepare to strike. 205 quickly transformed into a majestic dog form, surprising even Diep Ten Han. Is this still the perverted dog from earlier? 205, you're staring straight at it. Spot on, well done, 205. Use the dark flame spear and strike it down. 205 used its strength to wield the dark flame spear, attacking straight ahead. Slowly a figure appeared, seeming in pain like a pale ghost woman, with long flowing hair making strange sounds. Oh. Then she looked up and screamed loudly, ah. Diep Ten Han and Da Tian Tin were caught off guard for a moment, covered their ears, and collapsed to the ground. Diep Ten Han stayed calm and urgently ordered Xiao He, who used heavenly punishment. Xiao He stepped forward, glaring straight at the white-boned spirit, shouted, "Heavenly punishment!" and thunder struck from the sky, hitting her and causing her to gradually vanish. Only then did Da Tian Tin breathe a sigh of relief. Phew, finally this evil spirit head is gone. It must be dead. But suddenly 205 shouted in alarm, "Master, watch out behind you." Before he could react, a careless knife stabbed deep into his shoulder. Seeing the young fool lose his composure, Da Tian Tin quickly calmed down to assess the situation. 205, don't do anything. Diep Ten Han is in trouble. Diep Ten Han was hit by the hateful energy of the evil spirit now affected, so that her resentment from that day increased tenfold, making her furious. That evil spirit head not only didn't die, but also made us turn on each other. But without giving him time to think, Diep Ten Han kept attacking relentlessly. Da Tian Ting still reacted quickly, dodging while thinking. Her speed was fast and her movements unpredictable. But Diep Ten Han's current state is extraordinary and unstable. I can't use control to restrain her or it might backfire. Damn it, there are only two ways to sober her up. Either let her kill me or directly eliminate the evil spirit. 205, find that evil spirit head and deal with it, or Diep Ten Han's resentment cannot be resolved. Master, you have to hold on. 205 looked up to orient himself and saw a shadow hovering in the sky. Found it lurking and hiding. It turns out it was always nearby watching the show. Without waiting for orders, 205 quickly used the dark flame strike. Da Tian Ting is holding on. Diep Ten Han, please sober up quickly. Then suddenly he noticed something strange. Xiao He was still standing dazed in a corner. Xiao He, why are you still standing there stunned? Hurry up and help 205 deal with the evil spirit so your master can recover. Xiao He, with only his form, quickly charged in, following 205 and Da Tian Tin to surround it. The two combined the dark flame strike and heavenly punishment, but despite being surrounded by such powerful forces, the demon woman only grew more excited. Ha. Da Tian Tin noticed the situation and quickly observed, such a fierce attack still cannot defeat it. The weakness of a devil-type lightning spirit is that the soul's origin lies between the forehead. Yes, right. Between the forehead, its weakness is between the forehead. Xiao He focused his attack on its forehead. That is its weak spot. Before he could rejoice, exposing this flaw caused him to be overwhelmed by Diep Ten Han and knocked to the ground. Though the knife was blocked, the injured shoulder made Da Tian Tin suffer greatly. I can't endure this. Am I really going to die here? And to die by a woman's hand, no less. Quava's words echoed quietly in his mind. So naive, do you think spirit tamers play family games? I risk my life every day on duty. Why would I care about spirit pets? But now Da Tian Tin could only smile bitterly. As expected, I can't even hold on to my life. Is this really the life of a spirit tamer? I thought I'd get to experience a bit more. Seems like there's no more chance. Just as he resigned himself to fate, Xiao He and 205 successfully activated heavenly punishment and dark flame strike, hitting the evil spirit right on the forehead and making it completely vanish. Da Tian Tin noticed the knife, and seeing Diep Ten Han's worried expression was what remained in his vague memories, finally restoring his sanity. Looks like 205 and Xiao He succeeded, huh? Da Tian Tin. After fainting, Diep Ten Han carefully bandaged him. Honestly, if she weren't angry, she'd still be very beautiful. I order. Can't I just compliment her looks a little? Don't overthink it. I am just helping you bandage. After all, I feel sorry for you. He seemed to slump down to the ground, thanking her for her skill, also NDT0. Suddenly, 205 ran over with a jade in his mouth. This is the soul essence pearl containing 10 times the spiritual power of normal. Diep Ten Han curiously approached the soul essence pearl. Didn't expect you to know about the soul core pearl and the knowledge to help spirit pets level up. I'm actually the top student at school. If your 205 swallows it whole, it could level up quite a bit. Are you a bit surprised, maybe, but it seems Deep Tanhan is pretty fair. This time dealing with the evil spirit mainly depends on you. So this is something you should have. You happily turn to 205, so I won't be polite. 205, swallow it. That way you should be able to level up. A strong gust of wind appeared. 205's body showed some changes. Wow, it directly leveled up to E3. Looks like this soul core pearl is really valuable. Suddenly the system rang out with a ding. Spirit Pet's first level up rewards a mysterious treasure talisman. May I ask if the player wants to open it? Your eyes lit up. There's even a reward to open. Dathian Ting received a blue cube. Inside is a hidden star-level space with documents of 5-star Queen's Scepter that can upgrade any attribute of the occupant. It can be long or short, solid and unbreakable. Incredible weight 4-star documents, extremely joyful. You forgot to control your expression. Deep Tenhan nearby gave a slight, judging look. That's great. This time you got a set. You're dreaming about something that's nothing when I saw 205 level up. Excited, but it turns out others can't see the system. After returning to the Tuedao East Battalion, Tiek Tiodao was overjoyed to have captured the fat pig. Haha, not bad, finished the mission so quickly. I won't be stingy giving you a share. Deep Tenhan still shyly turned away. Give my share to him too this time, mainly thanks to him. Besides, he got hurt because of it. Tuedao didn't expect you to be that formidable. Truly a genuine person who doesn't show off. The male lead still remembers to be humble. Not at all, actually, thanks to Thenhan and Tuhok's support. Teek Tuedao took out a stack of money. If Thenhan said so, this part is yours too. Your eyes lit up. Wow, the 2-star mission reward is really that much. But it turned out the old man only pulled out 2 bills to give you. This time originally, each person got 500 plus Thenhan's share, making a full 1,000. The male lead felt suspicious and nervous. Uncle Diep, did you miscalculate? The 2-star mission reward could be so little. You have to understand the East Battalion also needs funds to operate. So I have to collect a little as a battalion fee. The male lead wanted to warn him but could only act politely. The battalion fee is about to take it all. Uncle Diep, I really need money now. Can you help? But Tiek Tiao didn't hesitate and waved the TV remote control away. Hello, old Tan. What's up? Want to play chess? Okay, I'm coming right away. Dathian Ting was frustrated but couldn't do anything. This old man acts, but he should at least act realistically. The remote control can even make phone calls. A few days later in class, Teacher Zhang announced the final exam will be used to divide the classes based on performance. Because there are many students taking the exam, the first test will be conducted by the masters in each class. If you have a spirit pet, just summon it directly. We only need to test and measure the quality of the spirit pet. If you temporarily don't have a spirit pet, don't be discouraged. We will have specialized devices to help you measure your soul's talent. When saying this, Teacher Zhang also glanced at Dathian Tin. Chuai, who was provoking, turned to taunt after seeing this. Haha, Dathian Tin, you have no spirit pet and no soul talent. I think you don't even need to take this test. Just drop out voluntarily. Dathian Tin laughed scornfully and provocatively looked at Chuai. Your injury just healed and you want to get beaten again. If you're sure I won't pass the test, do you dare to bet with me? Betting on whether I can pass the exam or not. The preparation work check is now complete. Professor Zhang said, well, the official exam now begins. Any student called, please stand up and proceed to summon your spirit beast. The first is Zhang 3, a dull-looking blue-haired boy who stepped up and summoned a giant black armored beetle. Go! Professor Jiang stepped forward, sucking the green fluid from it and pouring it into the evaluation orb. After a while, no response. The quality is normal. Zhang 3's spirit beast is of normal quality, recommended to the normal class. He then sadly left. This is the best spirit beast his family could buy. Next is Chu Wei. Chu Wei stepped up proudly amid the cheers of his younger brothers. Keep it up, Chu Wei, so handsome. He quickly raised his hand, emitting a powerful blue light. Then a huge grasshopper appeared. Dathian Tin, standing nearby, looked a bit annoyed. Isn't his spirit beast supposed to be the iron-armored Thung Lang? This is what you get when you have money to do whatever you want. Others have to spend all their effort to buy a spirit beast, but he just changes it at will. No wonder when Professor Zhang tried to evaluate Chubi's spirit beast. The Thung Lang was assessed as elite quality, ranked 2nd in class 2. Everyone around cheered continuously again. No wonder Chewy Big Brother changes his spirit beast on a whim, and it's even a higher quality type. That's right, an elite quality spirit beast is truly powerful. Hatuvu anxiously grabbed Dathian Tin's arm and whispered, Thien Tin Big Brother, are you okay? Sister Chuwai, don't worry. Nothing's wrong, rest assured. Shuai had barely been arrogant for long before seeing her crush hand in hand with someone else. So furious she wanted to spit blood. She stepped forward to provoke Da Tiantin. Remember the bet with me. If you pass the exam, I will live stream eating poop. Remember that. If you lose, deal with it yourself. Hatuvu tried to intervene to protect her husband, but then Professor Zhuang called the next name. Hatuvu. Hatuvu's Huahua looked even stronger, emitting a dazzling platinum light. Hatuvu's spirit beast, fire spirit, hawk is of perfect quality, recommended to the first-class rank. Everyone couldn't help but praise. Wow, perfect quality. No wonder the class president is really strong. Next is Da Tianting. Everyone around immediately shifted to gossip and speculation at the mention of this name. Finally, it's your turn. Da Tiantin, prepare to kneel down and lick my shoes soon. Hatuvu seemed very confident. Da Tiantin. Thien Tin, big brother, keep it up. Thanks, sister. Isn't this fire not supposed to be a spirit beast? He must be participating in the soul talent measurement instead. A spiritless guy like him, what talent could he possibly have? Every exam is the same. Better to just be an ordinary person by choice. Despite the mocking, Da Tiantin remained calm and summoned his spirit beast. I'm not seeing things, that's the spatial contract gate. But Chui was the most shocked. Does Da Tiantin really have a spirit beast? Even if his spirit is depleted, he can still make a contract. When the barking sound woof 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 rang out, Chui was tense while Hatiovu seemed to have expected it. Woof woof 205 began to jump down with a silly puppy look. Everyone around was stunned, then burst into laughter. That's a husky, haha, using a husky as a spirit beast. But Chui quickly noticed something was wrong. Isn't this the mongrel that the iron-armored Thung Lang bit to death? This is bad if it keeps going like this. Am I really going to have to eat poop? But he refused to be humiliated, rushing up to provoke with a grim laugh. There's a way. Da Tiantin, can a husky also be a spirit beast? Are you kidding? Are you seriously relying on a husky to fight? What's it going to do, make the opponent laugh to death? Da Tianting remained very calm, a bit interested as he awaited the show. Chui, if I pass the exam, where do you plan to live stream? When the time comes, be sure to let me know. Chui grew even more confident. I usually say just a couple of words, but I bet you can't pass the final exam. Even if you can become a spirit master with this silly husky, do you really think you can pass the combat test with it? Daithy and Ting just nodded slightly, but fully understood Chui's foolishness. Turning the test into the final exam and still trying to play word games with me, huh? When the time comes, I'll make you lose and admit it wholeheartedly. Teacher Zhang is well prepared. Teacher Zhang checked quality 205, unable to hide his satisfaction. Suddenly, a dazzling golden light appeared, leaving everyone stunned. What's happening? Even Teacher Zhang looked surprised. The spirit stone is emitting such a strong light. Da Tiantin's mutated husky spirit pet has perfect quality and is recommended for the first-class level. Chui gritted his teeth, finding it hard to believe. Everyone around was also shocked and stunned. Da Tiantin's spirit pet is a mutated husky with perfect quality. He was assigned to the first-class level. Da Tiantin stepped down proudly. So, young Master Chu, which day are you planning to eat your own words? Already humiliated, aren't you? Rush Ha Tiovu even stepped forward to cheer for Da Tiantin. Brother Tiantin, I knew you could do it. Was that even necessary to say? Look who I am, Teacher Zhang interrupted to remind everyone the first round of the exam ends here. Tomorrow we will proceed with the second round of the combat test. The test location is the Demon Spirit Forest. Everyone around panicked. Demon Spirit Forest. I heard that place is full of dangers. Why would the school choose that location? The Demon Spirit Forest is filled with dangers. There might even be E-level and D-level evil spirits appearing. The teachers quickly reassured everyone, but it was little comfort. Although the school will try its best to ensure safety, it's not absolute, so everyone should prepare mentally to face it. Chu suddenly noticed something, a sly smile with eyes focused on the male lead. Demon Spirit Forest. That will be the place where the real problems get solved later. Da Tiantin walked out onto the schoolyard, starting to think for the combat test in the Demon Spirit Forest. I really have to prepare well. Suddenly, a familiar voice called out. It turned out to be Sutila. Brother Da Sutila, are you studying here too? Yes, I'm in the same grade 1 class as you. You're a second-generation rich kid, not studying at one of the top schools, but here instead. But rich people always think differently. After all, my family isn't lacking resources. Studying anywhere is basically the same. This place is just conveniently close to home. He also sighed, haha, no wonder you're rich. So how did your exam go today? I got assigned to the first-class level. How about you? Ha ha ha, same here. Thien Tin, it looks like we'll be classmates from now on. Sutila happily pulled Da Thien Tin's shoulder. Let's go out and celebrate. But he felt a bit embarrassed realizing the wealth gap between the two big brothers. Where you want to go, I'm afraid I can't pay for it. That's true. Dadong is not someone who spends money freely. Sutila also noticed and cheerfully pulled Da Thien Tin's hand. Don't worry, I'm the one inviting this time. You just have to enjoy yourself. Later, a luxury car stopped in front of the Emperor Hao clubhouse. Sutila and Da Thien Tin quickly got out. Let me take you to see something. This place is the biggest clubhouse in Jiangnan City. Normal people, even with money, might not get in, but for someone like Sutila, it's like home. Confidently entering, he called loudly for the staff. Prepare room number 1, the character Thien. Suddenly, Chu Wei appeared, spotting a familiar figure. He was quickly drawn in. Da Thien Tin was about to call for room number 1, the character Thien, but it was like deaf ears. He even decided to provoke him. Who do you think you are? Da Thien Tin. You're barely qualified to enter the Emperor Hao clubhouse. Da Thien Tin. You're not a thief, get lost. If someone catches you, you'll be doomed. But if you kneel and beg me a few times, maybe I'll think about helping you. After all, everyone is classmates. Sutila heard it and itched in her ears, glancing lightly at both Thien Tin. Who is this idiot? He has eyes but can't see. Thy son Lao Tu is Chu Wei. Who are you, you country bumpkin? Someone like you dares to call for room number 1 with the word Thien to come to Dehao Hall. Everyone knows room number 1 with the word Thien basically never opens to outsiders. Hearing this, Sutila couldn't help but break into a contemptuous smile full of hidden meaning. Huh. You mean I don't deserve to enter room number 1 with the word Thien? Do I have the qualification to enter room number 1 with the word Thien? The receptionist heard this and obediently replied warmly to the gentleman. Of course you have the qualification, young Master To. Thank you for your attention. Only then did he realize, but seemed unaware he was standing before young Master To's gun barrel. You are the son of the Eastern Bintan City Lord Sutila Tode Lap Sutula, who just took off his hat and looked much more imposing. Your name is Chu Wei, right? The Chu family in Jiangnan City is indeed the number 1 or 2 great family, but in the eyes of this Sutula, you are nothing. Da Thien Ting is my brother, so I'm a bit polite with him later. Otherwise, don't blame me for being impolite to you. Attention began to get suspicious about the level of danger. How could Da Thien Tin be acquainted with Sutila? Moreover, at first glance, their relationship seemed very good. Sutila proudly leaned on the reception desk, looking up. Write add Chu Wei's name to the blacklist of the hall. Don't allow him to enter the hall anymore. Chu Wei still stubbornly said, What qualification do you have to do that? You think just because you are the son of the Eastern Bintan City Lord, you can do whatever you want. What an idiot. Clearly aware room number 1 with the word Thien basically doesn't open to others. But you don't understand why I have the right to enter. Could it be that you see it that way? Sutila slowly stepped forward and clearly said to the idiot Chu Wei, It seems you finally understand correctly. Because I am the boss of Dehao Hall. This place does not welcome you, so please get lost. Sutila quietly flicked her fingers. A group of men in black immediately moved to surround Chu Wei's group. Sir, please leave Dehao Hall. He could only grit his teeth. Previously, the old man said the boss of Dehao Hall was very mysterious. He told me not to provoke him. Didn't expect this boss to be the young lord of Eastern Bintan City. Sutila Da Thien Ting as well. Eye-opening. I didn't expect you to be the boss here. That's just taking over some of my father's properties that he didn't want to manage. Chu Wei sneered nastily and left. Hump Da Thien Tin, young Master To, may protect you for a while, but can't protect you for life. Just wait, old man, and I will come for you. Da Thien Tin, don't think relying on a great family is such a good thing. Sutila noticed Da Thien Tin was still watching, hurriedly pulling him away. Don't pay attention to them. Let's go enjoy ourselves a bit. The next day at the entrance of Yolin Sumlum, the teacher was briefing students about the assessment exam. Classmates, the practical assessment will take place inside Yolin Sumlum. The outside area mostly has F-grade evil spirits, but there are also some E-grade evil spirits appearing. But if you go deeper inside, the number of E-grade evil spirits will increase. There will even be evil spirits above E-grade appearing, because Yolin Sumlum is highly dangerous. Therefore, the school recommends you all stay active in the outer areas to ensure safety. The school specially invited the Iron Blood Eastern Army to quietly protect everyone. But don't think you can do whatever you want. Because once someone from the Eastern Army intervenes, it means you have failed the assessment. Everyone around was also quite surprised. The Iron Blood Eastern Army is the top Eastern Army in Gangnam City. Unexpectedly, they are willing to protect us. Da Ting heard the name and quickly recognized it, turning to ask Suotila, if I'm not mistaken, that Queva is from the Iron Blood Eastern Army, right? Suotila, yes, that's right. Moreover, his position in the Iron Blood Eastern Army isn't low. You don't need to worry too much. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Besides, they probably wouldn't dare to mess with students. Da Tin observed the Eastern Army group and raised his vigilance. If they really dare to take advantage of the assessment to make a move on me, then I won't hesitate to make them disappear. The teacher quickly started explaining the test. The goal of this assessment is to obtain an internal core of an F-grade evil spirit. Of course, if you have the ability to achieve the E-level evil spirit core, that's even better. The assessment period is 3 days. After 3 days, you are required to gather here. If you don't show up after the time limit, it will be considered a failed assessment. The second round of assessment officially begins now. Good luck to you all. Then they entered the evil spirit forest. Suotila, Da Ting, and Hatiovu also went together. The male lead couldn't help but be curious. Suotila is your spirit pet, really a Kilin? Suotila said little and quickly summoned the Ice Kilin spirit pet. The Ice Kilin has an Icebone attribute and is a mutated species. Rated 4 stars, maturity level F. 9 skills of Icebone Mystic Ground and Icebone Aura. It can transform the ground into a snowfield with a chance to freeze opponents. The Ice Pillar condenses Icebone Aura into an ice pillar, causing huge damage to enemies. Weakness, Fire attribute. To upgrade, 1 Icebone Evil Spirit Core and 1 Cold Sealing Flower Core are required to reach level E. Evolution Path reveals a Dragon Aura with a chance to evolve into a Great White Rain Kilin. It is an extremely rare mutated Kilin species. Da Ting also sighed, truly majestic, just like its name. They perfectly match. But Suotila remained modest, nothing special, 205. You're not ordinary either. Look at the intelligence in its eyes. Definitely not an ordinary kind. While they were admiring each other, suddenly, Hatiovu shouted, eyes bright, as he ran forward. Everyone look quickly. It's the Earth Flame Flower. That's the Earth Flame Flower growing on the land. Its roots go deep into the magma underground. It contains huge fire attribute energy. The Earth Flame Flower is usually very hard to find. Didn't expect we'd be so lucky to find one here. My father once had a spirit pet trainer. Check it out. To upgrade a fire spirit core to level E, an Earth Flame Flower is needed. Without hesitation, Suotila rushed forward and reached out. Then why wait? Just pick it right. But Da Tin startled and hurriedly stopped him. Wait, don't move. Its roots go all the way into the magma. You can't pull it out completely. If you yank it out like that, this Earth Flame Flower will be ruined. The proper way to harvest it is to only take the flower petals. Years later, it will bloom again, creating a cycle. Both Suotila and Hatiovu were surprised. That's unexpected. Didn't think you're such a scholar. Tiantin brother said, you really get stronger every day. Just pluck the petals, right? Watch me. But as Suotila was about to pluck the petals, suddenly a dark shadow appeared in the sky. A strong wind with shock waves. Watch out. Both Da Tin and Suotila were pushed back. A fire attribute evil spirit called Earth Flame Corpse appeared. Rated 3 stars, maturity level F. 9 skills include Critical Strike Fireblade, Weakness, Water attribute, Divine Fire attribute, no evolution path yet. It turned out to be the Earth Flame Corpse. It loves to eat Earth Flame flowers. Wherever there's an Earth Flame flower, this creature will be there. Without taking much time, Hatiovu quickly ordered the Fire Flame Insect Strike while the Earth Flame Corpse was distracted. Suotila skillfully combined Icebone Mystic Ground to trap the Earth Flame Corpse's 2 legs tightly. It was restrained by the Icebone Mystic Ground, so they used the Ice Pillar to finish it off. The Great White charged in for nearly a minute. Thousands of sharp ice pieces stabbed the evil spirit, but didn't fully penetrate. It turned out to have formed a shield. At that moment, Da Tin and 205 also joined the fight. 205 blew a small flame streak at the Earth Flame Corpse. Have you ever heard of the dark flame of the netherworld? The evil spirit hissed. When the flame streak appeared, it suddenly burned the whole body. It screamed in pain, struck by the dark flame of the netherworld. The worst pain was the soul being burned. Da Tin reached out to take the spirit core. As the evil spirit vanished, Suotila hurried to Da Tin. Are you okay? Yeah, but Hatu-Vu only then panicked when he realized it was Tiantin brother. Earth flame fire. How could earth flame fire start to fade? Da Tianting then noticed earth flame fire had wilted on the ground. It must have been wounded while fighting the evil spirit just now. Without strong branches and leaves to support it, earth flame fire's energy started to leak out, unless there is a tool to help seal its internal energy again. So what should we do now? We worked hard to find it. Dathian Ting calmly crushed the internal pill in his hand. The best way now is to use it directly. Yes, Sutilla beside him stared in disbelief. The Tiantin internal pill is even harder than a rock, and you crushed it with your bare hands. Are you even human? Dathian Ting Tan recalled the system's words. Give me the earth flame fire. Yes, as long as we follow the method provided by the system, it should work. 205 also leveled up like this before. Both Sutilla and Hatiovu were surprised. Tiantin brother, when will you learn how to nurture spiritual pets? Da Tiantin, are you a nurturing master? Not really, but I know how to nurture spiritual pets. After a while of preparation, Da Tiantin presented something strange. Then quickly let Hua Hua swallow it. It looks a bit ugly, but is absolutely effective. 100% accurate. Sutilla paled, but Hatuvu was very happy. Good Hua Hua. Tiantin brother has never lied to us. Despite Hua Hua's panic, Sutilla hurriedly pulled Da Tiantin away. Tiantin brother, that Dabak of ours is a unicorn demonic species. Because it's so rare, I previously asked many experts, but no one knew how to help Dabak level up. Can you help me see how Dabak can level up? Da Tiantin happily agreed. No problem. Moreover, the materials for Dabak to level up should all be inside the Demon Spirit Forest. But before that, I have one important task to complete. If I can activate Chutuk bloodline for Hua Hua, its strength will increase at least several times. Da Tiantin turned to Hua Hua. Throwing up the pill, Hua Hua, are you ready? Ready to mentally endure fire rebirth. Hua Hua swallowed the pill whole and immediately changed, cawing once it flew up like a rocket, then dived down. As it prepared to land, Da Tiantin reminded Sutilla, Icebone Shield has some chill, the flames are fading. The image of Hua Hua's 2 cracking eggs also appeared clearly. Look, Hua Hua has become an egg. The Nirvana rebirth process has begun. The eggshell shattered after a thunderous blast. Hua Hua appeared with a new phoenix-like appearance, causing everyone to exclaim, "Ah, such a beautiful success." 6 spiritual pet fire vermilion phoenix. Phoenix demonic species with divine fire attribute. Rated 6-star mature, rank E5. Skill swallow dance, mostly group attack. Fire skill, mostly single target attack. Fire attribute, immune to fire damage. Weakness is divine water attribute. Upgrade condition is upgrade path. Hua Hua Ha Tilvu was dumbfounded but happy. Tiantin brother, thank you, you silly girl. Do we even need to say thanks between us? Seeing that Sutilla pulled Da Tiantin away. Tiantin, I didn't expect you to be this powerful. Can you now help me see if there's a way to increase Dabak's power? Dabak is a unicorn demonic species. There's a very high chance it will evolve into a true unicorn. It's just that Daibai wants to evolve, which is a bit difficult. Difficulty is no problem. What does it need to do to evolve? Must it turn into an egg? Because the Keelan has dragon bloodline, to let Daibai evolve, it needs to be infused with dragon chi. Da Tianxing looked up at the sky. That's right. No matter where, dragons are extremely rare creatures. The next day, the group went to the demonic spirit forest in Snow Peak Mountain. Ha Xiaoyu shivered coldly. So cold unexpectedly, there is a mountain like this inside the demonic spirit forest. Da Tianxing also exhaled cold breath. Surely because many icebone-type evil spirits have gathered here. Therefore, they changed the weather here. Let's go, Sutilla. He remained calm. He looked at Da Tianxing. Tianxing, thank you. Don't mention it. If I promise to help Daibai advance, I won't go back on my word, Da Tianxing said. You know surprisingly much about spirit beasts. Even Vermilion Bird can help it evolve. Compared to professional spirit beast trainers, you are even more admired. But why are you short on money? Da Tianxing looked confused. How does understanding spirit beast training relate to being short on money? Both Ha Xiaoyu and Sutilla began to fall into doubt. Human IQ, he awkwardly explained. Of course it's related. You're so capable, if you became a trainer, many would come to find you. Because spirit beast training, spirit masters spend a lot of money. So spirit beast trainees is the most lucrative job. Yes, that's right. Even Tianxing Geg, a powerful spirit master, wouldn't easily offend trainers. Da Tianxing finally realized and exclaimed, Right, how could I not think of that? I could become a spirit beast trainer. But suddenly he realized something. He looked toward the silent space to observe. Did you notice we've been entering Snow Peak Mountain for so long without encountering a single evil spirit? Huo Huo set fire there. Just as Huo Huo attacked toward Da Tianxing, a snow origin wolf growled. Fell down. It's a snow origin wolf. We walked into an ambush. Dozens of snow origin wolves appeared to surround them. Yes, secondly, the snow origin wolf is an icebone type evil spirit variant, rated 1-star, rank F1 to F9, strong and group combat, weak against fire. Sutila, Ha Xiaoyu, and Da Tianxing all assumed defensive stances. Sutila worried, Tianxing, what now? Snow origin wolves. Although they have no special abilities, they excel in group combat and will risk everything to fight enemies. But Da Tianxing was very calm, looking up at the Snow Origin Wolf King. The elders said, catch the general first before the soldiers. The Snow Origin Wolf King is an icebone type variant, rated 2 stars. Rank equal 5, has the ability to control packs in snowstorms weak to fire. Without further talk, Da Tianxing charged forward to attack first. Sutila let Daibai cover her. Thinking hiding behind would escape the system, she joined the fight and kicked away a Snow Origin Wolf. Daibai's icebone mystic ground froze the beast solid. Da Tianxing laughed and moved closer to the center, ordering 205 Underworld Flame to launch a shockwave that even made the Snow Origin Wolf King convulse electrically, but 205 didn't relent and bit the fleeing evil spirit. 205 told the juniors to disperse. 205 then advanced and howled, causing the Snow Origin Wolves to retreat. Ha Xiaoyu was surprised it could do that. Da Tianxing laughed at Ha Xiaoyu and Sutila's surprise. This is because 205 has the bloodline of a hellhound, effective at suppressing evil spirits or dog-type spirit beast, especially since it just finished off the Wolf King. We have obtained the core of the rank East Snow Origin Wolf King. Next, we just need to find a cold flower root to let Daibai advance. Seeing this, Sutila also became excited. That would be great. After a while, the group reached the lakeshore, but strangely with temperatures at least 30 degrees. How is this lake not frozen? Suddenly, a bubble rose from the water. Careful, it seems like something appeared in the lake. Could there be a large evil spirit hidden here? It turns out that this is the Void Lamb Kinkan, a demonic spirit with bloodline attribute of the spatial water system, rated 3 stars at maturity level F6, with the ability to condense the universe. It forms a space inside its body that can contain all things. Spraying water has no effect. A weakness of the icebone system, evolution condition is linear evolution. Hatuvu witnessed this mini whale and was bewildered. What kind of demonic spirit is this? Why didn't I see it in the demonic spirit introduction book? Dathiantin laughed. It's the Void Lambkin, extremely rare in number. Hardly anyone has encountered it, so it's not recorded in the book. Brother Thiantin, your knowledge is really vast. Hey. Is it dangerous? Oh, it's just a low-level demonic spirit without any attack skills. But the Void Lambkin quickly realized humans were bad and tried to run. 205 and Da Thiantin quickly jumped into the water to chase it. Brother Thiantin, what do you want to do? Da Thiantin and Husky were really competing with the fish and still wondering, this family fire swims really fast, but there's a blessing in that. They encountered the Manhwa area, which can block cold air and neutralize toxins from the icebone system. How great that the Manhwa area exists. No wonder this lake doesn't freeze. But right now, you care more about the Void Lambkin. However, first you have to catch that demonic spirit before you slip up. Luckily, 205 blocked the other escape route. 205 didn't expect this family fire to understand the two-sided attack so well. Let's see where you can run now. After a while, 205 and Da Thiantin managed to carry the Void Lambkin out. Sutila asked Thiantin, why do you catch it in the wild like this? Just to make fish hot pot. Hearing this, Husky protested energetically about the effort wasted, while the Void Lambkin strongly objected. How could I not want that? If you don't want to be stewed, then you must become my spirit pet. The little dolphin wildly nodded. Da Tiantin laughed happily, easily, agreeing, I didn't think there was a species in this world more obedient than Husky. Don't you want to break the 7 illusions of your demonic spirit identity? If you want to be my spirit pet, I won't treat you badly. Get ready to sign this contract. Immediately after the system displayed the contract signing success, spirit pet creation success, the contract holder received 1/10 of the power and a 5-star skill check to increase the spirit pet star level, actively activating the hidden bloodline. The Void Lambkin evolved into the Void Khan. Khan bloodline, attribute spatial system, rated 5 stars, mature at level F9, with the ability to condense the universe. It forms a space in its body that can contain all things. The Nazi space can teleport within a certain range. Alternate space dimension can open a door leading to an alternate spatial dimension isolated from the real space. Weakness is the icebone system. Evolution condition is linear evolution. Just evolved and got a new skin. The system immediately invited the contract holder to quickly choose a skill. I choose Nazi space. Although it doesn't have offensive power, it's an extraordinary auxiliary skill. Sutila and Hatuvu were dumbfounded, then stepped forward. Is this the fish from earlier? So beautiful, how can it float in the air? Because it is now transformed into a Khan with spatial power. Both were surprised from one thing to another. Khan is the legendary creature that can evolve into the divine beast Khan. Brother Thien Ting, it's really a shame you're not working as a tutor. Da Thien Ting, you're really powerful. There's something even more powerful. Suddenly, the Khan drifted into a small water droplet, disappeared, then reappeared. Sutila looked down and realized, why is the lake starting to freeze? Da Thien Ting quickly explained, because there's the Manhwa area under the lake so it doesn't freeze. Just now I let the Khan use Nazi space to go to the bottom of the lake and swallow the Hanhua area inside its belly. Both Sutila and Hatiovu were shocked again. The Hanhua area was eaten by the Khan, but was not diminished at all. Dathien Ting raised his hand to the Khan's mouth, waiting for the little fish to spit out a clump of Hanhua. That's because inside the Void Khan, there is a hidden space storing all things. The Hanhua area it swallowed is actually preserved inside there. Although Long Chi to help Daibok activate the bloodline is very hard to find, but the demonic spirit core and Hanhua area were enough for Sutila to help Daibok level up. Sutila gave Daibok her pet's old stuff to eat and still felt sorry. You can reassure her, keep it up, Daibok. This is all for your own good. Even if it's a rock, you still have to try to eat it all. The crazy guy is starting now, but Hatuvu responded in time. Hua Hua used Fire Flame to help us block the icebone energy. Suddenly an arrow flew in. Fortunately, Dathien Tin helped Sutila and Hatuvu dodge in time. The sneak attack turned out to be from Quavo and Chui. No wonder you wanted us to support a sneak attack, but still failed. Everyone was surprised. Quavo, Chui. How did these two Fire family members come together? But before anyone could ask, Chui explained the entire plan. Dathien Ting originally thought about how to persuade the Iron Blood Brave Regiment to come support against you. But unexpectedly, you had already offended them. Haha, truly heaven helps me. Quavo with some contempt added, Brat. I thought you came from some big power. Who knew you are just an orphan without any background? Since that's the case, I have no hesitation killing you. Sutila immediately stepped forward to take charge. Quavo tried touching us. Haha. Little city lord, of course, I wouldn't dare touch you. But whether Dathien Tin lives or dies is another matter. Your old man won't offend the Iron Blood Brave Regiment just because of an orphan like you. But Dathien Tin didn't care. He just chuckled softly. Yeah, you guys might as well consider me already dead. Chui still showed contempt. Dathien Tin has 5 people with 5 superior spirit beasts, but you only have 2 spirit beasts that can fight. What will you use to fight us? Quavo quickly ordered enough talk, start fighting. Everyone took battle positions. Tiovu let Hua Hua restrain Shichiem Vian and Yada True 205. You're in charge of restraining along with Bao Lit Hung and Koch Dao Dai 2. No need to win, just hold out until Dieback levels up and finishes, then we can win. Sutila moved closer. But what about Chu Yui's twin-blade wolves? Dathien Tin ran in front of the twin-blade wolf. Leave that to me. Seeing Dathien Tin fighting barehanded, Uncle Chu seems to slightly look down on Dathien Tin for not having a spirit beast with him, yet still daring to take the initiative to come to your door. Could it be that he's in such a hurry to reincarnate? If you want to kill me, I'm afraid you don't have the skill. At that moment, Do Duong Long slashed across Dathien Tin's body, and he immediately activated Shukon's spatial power. Just like that, he vanished in an instant and appeared behind Chui. Hey, where are you looking? Calm down. He grabbed Chui's neck tightly and lifted him with one hand. Everyone stopped immediately, or else I'll just snap his neck. But Quavo just laughed scornfully. Ha 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 ha, Dathien, you seem to have misunderstood. That kid has nothing to do with our Iron Blood Twin Soldier Corps. If you want to kill him, then go ahead. Dathien Tin looked up. Chu, did you hear that? Look who you're cooperating with. But Chui still shouted, let me go. Let's consider our previous conflict completely erased. Not only that, I can also help you deal with them. But the tighter Dathien Tin gripped inside, the clearer it became. Have you ever thought about letting go before? Letting go, no. I only wanted to teach you a lesson, but you sent someone to kill me, so sorry. After Da Tiantin's face darkened a bit, Chui's body wavered unsteadily, swaying back and forth. Quavo had already anticipated this outcome, killing without a shred of hesitation. I underestimated this kid. But after the master died, Du Duonglong became furious and attacked Da Tiantin wildly. This family fire entered a rage state, moving incredibly fast. But he quickly activated Nazi space. Quavo immediately changed attack direction. Stupid mantis can't catch him. Then go chop the rest. Understood. The male lead rushed over to Hatiovu and Sutila. How despicable Zhukan took them into the alternate space. When both were surrounded and attacked at both ends, they were transported away. This is it. This is the alternate spatial fragment created by Shukan. Quavo grew even more interested seeing Da Tiantin now alone. This kid actually has a space-type spirit beast while he's struggling a bit now. They can only stay in the alternate space for half a minute. I have to fight fast and win, plus I can only flash a few more times. Didn't expect this move to drain so much stamina. Quavo seized the opportunity to charge in as his brothers tackled him simultaneously. I want to claim this spirit beast. Suddenly, a blue tornado appeared. Sutila and Da Tiantin quickly sensed Dabok's changing aura. Could it be that after a big shock, the hazy smoke is slowly dissipating? Great Dabok has completed its upgrade. Dabok has fully leveled up. Mighty and fierce Dabok dealt with them. Dabok simply used the Icebone Mystic Ice Pillar move, forcing all the spirit beasts to retreat. Quavo also quickly fell back. But Da Tiantin and 205 swiftly resumed the fight behind. It's too late to run now. If you want to kill me, then prepare yourself to be killed by me, kid. We are members of the Iron Blood Twin Soldier Corps. If you dare kill us, the Corps will never let you go. But Da Tiantin didn't pay any attention to their words. If the Iron Blood Twin Soldier Corps wants to avenge you, then I won't hesitate to send them down to reunite with you. Da Tiantin charged in, grabbing Quavo with one hand and smashing into the 205. Dabok and Hua also joined the battle, defeating the spirit beasts. Quavo, you're right. Spirit masters don't play family games. They play with death every day. Here Sutila was still a bit uneasy. This is the first time I've killed someone. But he noticed Da Tiantin was pulling 10 of something into the space. Tiantin, what are you doing? Turns out the fresh blood scent will attract the Snow Origin Wolf. We can use this to fake that these people are being ambushed by the Snow Origin Wolf. But the Snow Origin Wolf only knew how to bite and attack with ice. So take the risk. Wild Boar was roasted by Hua and must be hidden, or it will become a vulnerability. Seeing Da Tiantin's calm demeanor, Sutila began to shiver a bit. Tiantin, you're making others really scared right now. But the male lead just looked up at the sky, his expression darkening. Since the evil spirits appeared, humanity has never been able to return to the peaceful era before. Evil spirits are humanity's enemies. But enemies are not just evil spirits. People in front of their own interests can kill even their own blood relatives. So in these times when a righteous person meets a villain, it's basically searching for death. At night, they brought out the spirit beast to eat. Couldn't help but exclaim, wow, I didn't expect spirit beast pork to be much tastier than regular pork. Shh, keep it down. If others find out we're eating spirit beast meat, we'll probably get scolded to death. Many people don't even have spirit beasts. Da Tiantin came to a conclusion. After 2 days, Daibuk has successfully leveled up. We have also collected 10 full internal elixirs as required by the test. There is still 1 day left before the test ends. We don't mind continuing to train a bit more. Good idea. I also want to see a little of Daibuk's skills after leveling up. But while they were busy discussing, Hatiovu suddenly sensed footsteps approaching. But Da Tiantin quickly recognized the familiar figure as Diep Tenhan. She staggered over with her body full of wounds, then fainted, collapsing straight into Da Tiantin's arms. Hey, what's wrong with you? Diep Tenhan, wake up quickly. Sutila stepped forward in surprise. Tiantin, do you recognize her? She just said she wanted water like my roommate. Sutila was somewhat amused. Wow. Tiantin, you actually live with a beauty. Meanwhile, Da Tiantin's face turned pale as he remembered that living together just meant renting the same apartment, but someone else was thinking something inappropriate. She can't drink water on her own right now. Looks like I have to help her. While you were drinking and about to feed water to Diep Tenhan, Hatiovu looked at you with cold eyes. Women when jealous are even scarier than Martin Ford. The Tin, bro. What are you trying to do? Cough, cough. Why are you so surprised? She's in a bad condition right now. I just want to help. Why not let me do it, even if I'm not directly involved? Jiang Sutula and Da Tin couldn't hide their excitement. This situation is just too thrilling. But after finishing, Diep Tan Han showed no change. She had finished drinking all the water. Why hasn't she woken up yet? We don't know much about first aid. Do we need to do CPR? How do you do CPR? I've seen others do it. It's something about pressing on the chest. Dothington's whole body was trembling. He didn't dare touch because the pressure was too strong. It's scary. Sutila added, Tin, your hand is moving toward that spot. What are you thinking? Actually, I am trying to save her. Suddenly, Diep Tan Han woke up and asked innocently, how? Very loud. Did they just shout at me? You're awake, you know? I didn't mean to. I was actually explaining because I was scared for my life. Then Diep Tan Han calmly closed one eye and stood up. I remember your name is Da Tin, right? The male lead also noticed something unusual about her. Now, what's wrong with this Diep Tan Han? In my memory, this girl wanted to kill me long ago. So how come now she acts like nothing happened and calls me Elder Sister Than? Diep Tan Han switched to CEO mode, lifted her chin, and flirted with Ha Vu. Did you just kiss me? If you kissed me, then you're mine, right? This woman is flirting with me. Da Tin, watching this scene, still wasn't sure about his guess. Diep Tan Han used to be a cold mountain woman, so why does she now seem like a female gangster? Could she have dissociative identity disorder? Are you really Diep Tan Han or not? And also, what happened to the injuries on you? Diep Tan Han calmly walked over, ate some meat, then explained I could be Diep Tan Han or not, but just consider me Diep Tan Han. As for the injuries, they're from handling an E-rank mission. Although the target was just an E-rank evil plant spirit, its power was on par with D-rank. I almost lost my life because I underestimated its trap. Dothington now had no doubt, but he still cared more about the money. This Diep Tan Han's explanation of her identity is very vague. Surely there's something wrong. But since she mentioned an E-rank mission, maybe this is a good opportunity to train. If that evil spirit is that dangerous, I'll help her take care of it, and after it's done, she just needs to pay me half the reward. Diep Tan Han raised his eyebrows with a hint of disdain. Just by you passing by, it's probably just feeding it nutrients. You don't need to worry about that. You just need to say yes or no. If you insist on going to your death, then I have no reason to stop you. Ha Vu and Sutila quickly followed. Brother Tin, we want to go too. We are a team and need to go together, okay? Everyone rest. For one night, we set off first thing tomorrow morning. Early the next morning, they quickly set out, arriving in front of the evil spirit. It just looks like a tree. Do you see that tree? That is the evil spirit I mentioned. It's an evil spirit, but it looks just like an ordinary tree to me. But before Tin, it clearly showed evil spirit, heavenly thorn, ancient tree plant, attribute tier 4-star grade, E8 ability, tendril entanglement and control. The tendrils wrap around the target, absorbing life. The tendrils have sharp thorns that can absorb the opponent's life through them, regenerating extremely powerful life. If cut off, they can quickly recover. Its weakness is fire attribute. As an evil demon with its life source at the center, it's indeed difficult to deal with. Diep Tan Han attacked first, summoning the spirit beast Great Earth Rock Bear to uproot that tree for me. Tin raised his eyebrows. Oh, her spirit beast isn't a thunderbolt leopard. Could it be she also has a two-headed spirit beast? As the Great Earth Rock Bear rushed in, the evil spirit, heavenly thorn ancient tree, used its branches to hold the spirit beast. It appeared, but the Great Earth Rock Bear easily broke free and charged to grab the evil spirit to uproot it. However, compared to normal thinking, surely no one wants to uproot an ancient tree. Fortunately, this is an evil spirit, heavenly thorn ancient tree, quickly using vines around it. This time the quantity was large, tightly binding the Great Earth Rock Bear down. Annoyingly, although this evil spirit isn't very strong, it's extraordinarily tricky. Without noticing, the evil spirit, heavenly thorn ancient tree, attacked their position. Sutila and Tin being tied up isn't too concerning, but Diep Tan Han and Ha Vu being bound is truly pitiful. No, actually, it's pathetic. Fire burn all these vines. Although the fire has large-scale attack capability and can burn most of the vines, they regenerate very quickly. Tin noticed a blue glow on the vines. It's absorbing my life force. If this continues, the four of us will become fertilizer for it. This fire is a wood attribute, so it must fear fire. The sacred fire of the fire spirit can injure it, but can't eradicate it completely. Then first, let's test whether its regeneration ability can simultaneously resist attacks on both body and soul. You activate the nether flame, and your huskies fire. They really do a good job burning the vines. It's definitely afraid of the nether flame. 205 used the nether flame spear to deal with it. 205 used the nether flame spear directly on the evil spirit, heavenly thorn, ancient tree, completely destroying it. Day Tiantin, you're really stubborn. Even a grade D evil spirit was handled by you just by luck. Luckily, the nether flame can suppress its regeneration. But Da Tiantin remained humble. Deep Tenhan glanced at Da Tiantin with interest. Luck is part of the power of little fire. Looks like I've underestimated you. Since you killed the evil spirit, the internal core should belong to you as well. Actually, no need for Deep Tenhan to say it. 205 already quickly chewed the internal core in his mouth. The system then appeared, crystallizing the life origin. The life force of the evil spirit plant system contains a huge life force. A Tier 3 life force crystal is also a Tier 3 document. Great, it may save my life at a critical moment. Deep Time and then rode the great earth rock bear and left. The evil spirit was dead. My mission is considered complete. Little fire, we will meet again in the future. Da Tiantin urgently called out to remember to share half the reward with me, but there was no reply. You also vaguely realized it, but felt sad, unsure if she heard it or not. Judging by her expression, she pretended not to hear. Hatuvu hurriedly reminded that we should return. Today is the last day of the assessment. Being late will count as 7 failures. At the entrance to the Demon Spirit Forest in the afternoon, Zhang Lam continued announcing and inviting classmates who passed the assessment to stand here. Congratulations to the students for successfully passing the official assessment, starting at the Spiritual Arts Academy. We will now announce your class. Zhang Tanli from the regular class only has a few students left. We've eliminated over 100 people at once. Li Ning in level 2, Lin Yi in first level. Zhang Lin stepped forward for a reminder. This time, the assessment had special circumstances, so the academy decided to establish a top-tier class in the first level. The top-tier class only trains students with outstanding aptitude. This time, only 5 classmates qualified: Sutila Hashao Wudong Cheng, Young Master Sutila, and Tianjin, the city head of the Jiangnan Royal Spirit Association, Hashao Wu. Everyone around started to gossip. These two were expected. Next are Chulang and Chu Ming. They look alike, but Chulang seems cold while Chu Ming looks lively. Chulang and Chu Ming have never been heard of before. They must be siblings. Not sure who the last one is, but it's Da Tianxing. Da Tianxing entered with a little husky, shocking everyone. Why is it Da Tianxing? I heard even in Spirit Pets, he couldn't secure a contract and was considered useless. But what's with that? Husky, could that be his spirit pet? Then Zhonglin led everyone. The 5 top-tier classmates followed me while the others stayed and waited for their teachers to guide them. Suddenly, the class advisor appeared, shouting loudly from behind, seemingly carrying a corpse. Stop right there. Without further words, the advisor quickly summoned a spirit pet twin blades like Chu Wei's and called out the murderer Da Tianxing's name. I want to kill him. What does the advisor mean by that? That bastard killed my nephew and I want him to pay. But Da Tianxing remained calm. Do you have proof that I killed Chu Wei? Turns out the class advisor is also from the Chu family. Yeah, siblings born the same year. The advisor recklessly charged at Da Tianxing. Proof? I don't need proof to kill your brat. But this agitation made Zhonglin defensive. He stomped the ground strongly, creating a barrier to prevent the advisor from attacking Da Tianxing. Advisor, if you don't have proof that Da Tianxing killed Chu Wei, I won't let you lay a finger on him. The advisor, at a loss for words, could only bring up moral arguments in the conflict. Teacher Zhonglin, you must protect this little bastard, even if it means opposing the Chu family. Zhonglin didn't hesitate and immediately took Da Tianxing away. He's my student. I'm responsible for his safety. If you can't produce proof, I will protect him to the end. Don't say it's because you're the Chu family head. Even if you come personally, I'll still do the same. The advisor had nothing to say. Advisor, without solid evidence, will be leaving now. The advisor clenched his fists, troubled and calculating. Damn it, if something happens to Chu Wei in my territory and the family head blames me, I'm finished. I originally planned to pin the blame on Da Tianxing, but I didn't expect Zhonglin to step in, although it's uncertain if Da Tianxing is really responsible. The advisor glanced at Ironblood Dongbing's group. If I can pile all the charges on him, even Ironblood Dongbing won't let him off. In class, Hashawu curiously asked the teacher why the academy wanted to form another top-tier class with only a few students. Zhonglin patiently explained that these students possess talents and spirit pet bloodlines that far exceed the academy's expectations. They are much stronger than those in the first level class. So placing them in the first level class would be a waste. Student has go back and rest first. Tomorrow we will officially start training. Suddenly she turned to Da Tianxing and reminded him, right, Da Tianxing, stay behind after everyone leaves. Da Tianxing began to think, but maybe due to side effects from the Japanese film, he had some misguided thoughts about why teacher Zhonglin only kept him behind. Could it be that Zhonglin can see through it too? Why are you spacing out like that? And your drool's even dripping. But Da Tianxing's illusions weren't over yet. Teacher Zhonglin isn't just beautiful, but also has a smoking hot figure. Let's start with her. Although instructor Zhang Lum's student grew up a bit handsome, if she kept staring at him like that, he would also get embarrassed. If you really want to flirt with me, we could totally find a coffee shop somewhere. Zhang Lum didn't say much and immediately punched Da Tiantin's head. You're overthinking it. With that face of yours, you think I'd be head over heels for you. The male lead heard this and immediately started crying, no longer caring about the bump on his head. I want to protest these words. Although the insult isn't severe, it's very humiliating. All right, no more joking around. I'm asking if you've awakened the awakening state. What exactly is this awakening state? Can it be eaten? Zhang Lum then turned around and opened a PowerPoint. The awakening state refers to when the compatibility between a spirit master and spirit pet reaches 50%, allowing the spirit master to gain a portion of the spirit pet's power. The higher the compatibility, the more power can be obtained. If compatibility reaches 100%, they can even fuse together, allowing the spirit master to acquire all the power and abilities of the spirit pet. Looking at the little 8-legged creature in front of Da Tiantin, it seemed reluctant to accept that. Forget about this fusion thing. Don't underestimate the awakening state. Reaching 50% compatibility between a spirit master and spirit pet is extremely difficult. Many spirit masters spend their whole lives and still can't achieve it. Last time I saw you, you somehow managed to defeat the Iron Tiger Wolf on your own. That's why I think you've awakened the awakening state. Da Tiantin began to consider but didn't directly answer Zhang Lum. The power I get from the spirit pit is because of the system. Could it be that the system directly helped me awaken the awakening state? Also hearing instructor Zhang Lum, there must be a few others who can do this too. Zhang Lum stepped forward. Can you tell me what your compatibility with your spirit pet is? Da Tiantin looked confused and asked back. I don't know how to find out the compatibility. After hearing that she was speechless. So you just forced me to say to that, and Da Tiantin actually believed it. Beat her instructor Zhang Lum. Are you blind? She glanced at him and said, stop talking nonsense. Do you think I'm afraid of your cat-scratch fighting style? Da Tiantin stepped forward a bit smug. Here I come, instructor. Be careful. Use 5 parts force first. Zhang Lum easily blocked his attack. Gently she grabbed his hand, flipped him over and threw him 8 meters away, but luckily he caught his balance in time. Instructor Zhang Lum, are you serious? Use your full strength so I can see just how compatible you really are. Da Tiantin still looked confident and charged to kick Zhang Lum. Instructor Zhang Lum was careful, but she simply activated her fire attribute. She threw a really strong punch with fire attribute added. Could it be that instructor Zhang Lum has also awakened? His leg caught fire, but Zhang Lum seemed even more interested. Not bad, and there's even an attribute. If he got hit, wouldn't he turn into roast pork? Let me show you a bit of my power. Da Tiantin used soul suppression. Seeing she stood still, he rushed in for a good opportunity. But before he could attack, Zhang Lum regained her senses. What was that just now? Da Tiantin couldn't adjust his force in time. She grabbed his bun and quickly restored her balance. Zhang Lum then hit him with a painful blow. Still young and unwilling to learn, want to learn how to grope breasts. I didn't mean it, instructor. I admit defeat. She stepped forward curiously and asked, what power did you just use? It made me lose consciousness for a short time. That's soul suppression. It's a skill of my spirit pet. Compatibility needs to be over 70% to unlock the spirit pet's unique power. Looks like your compatibility with your spirit pet is extremely high. Mine and my spirit pet's compatibility is only 75 for him. This is also because we have gone through countless life and death experiences to cultivate it. Young lady, you and your spirit pet can't reach the contract for very long. So how could you achieve it? Young lady Tiantin, I guess it might be because I and 205 have been together for more than 10 years before. But Zhang Lum only chuckled softly. If it were that simple, there would be as many awakened people as rats running in the fields. Forget it, everyone has their own secrets. I won't pry anymore. From now on, every day after school, I will spend some time teaching you about the awakened state. Young lady Thien Tin asked in surprise. Do I still have to study the awakened state? Is this wanting me to study more and have to pay extra? Zhang Lum denied it. Although you have obtained part of the spirit pet's power, you basically can't utilize even 1/10 of it now. So I will teach you how to use the full power. And don't worry, I won't charge additional tuition. When young lady Thien Tin heard the last 6 words, her eyes lit up, and she enthusiastically cheered. Oh yeah, as long as I can become stronger without spending money, I'm willing to endure hardships. After a while, when young lady Thien Tin left school, Sutila ran over in longing. Thien Tin, you finally came out. What happened? Zhang Lum, why did the teacher look for you? Isn't it about something everyone already knows? The two smiled knowingly, said something to each other, then turned toward Chu Min and Chu Lang. Right, I'm getting to know a little about new classmates. The pretty and lively girl stepped forward and said, Hello, young lady Thien Tin, I'm Chu Min, and this is my brother Chu Lang. From today on, we'll be classmates. Hello, Sutila. Putting her arm around young lady Thien Tin, she happily invited her. Let's go have a meal together to bond. But he seriously declined. Not today, I'm planning now to figure out how to register for the Nurturing Master exam. Uncle Min was surprised, mouth agape, when he heard that. Classmate Thien Tin also knows about spirit pet nurturing. That's natural. Thien Tin's nurturing ability is very strong. When there's time later, the two of us will let him see the spirit pets. Maybe he can even help raise their ranks. Young lady Thien Tin quickly turned away modestly. Don't listen to him, he just likes to boast. But Sutila saw clearly that this modesty was actually a sign of arrogance. Hatuvu didn't forget to cheer on the male. Lead brother Thien Tin, keep it up. Everyone have fun, Chumin said happily, but had some thoughts inside. Young lady Thien Tin is so young. How could she be a formidable nurturing master? Those people are all middle-aged uncles already. In the Jiangnan City Nurturing Master Association, the Nurturing Master Qualification Certificate is the hardest certificate to get. Some people with soul talent choose to become nurturing masters because the number of spirit pets now is extremely huge. So the knowledge is also extraordinarily complex. Without more than 10, even 15 years of study, it's basically impossible to master it all. That's why those who can become nurturing masters are basically already older. Plus the competition is fierce. It takes 1,000 miles to find one. But as long as you get the Nurturing Master Certificate, you can become a nurturing master. That is the highest profession right now. A cute receptionist appeared. Hello. May I ask if you're registering for beginner or intermediate level? She thought to herself that this young man looks even younger than her. Could it be that he has been studying nurturing knowledge since he was in his mother's womb? Young lady Thien Tin raised an eyebrow. Why isn't there advanced or top level? The receptionist was a bit doubtful but still explained, Sir Jiangnan City is only the highest city level region, so you can only register for intermediate level. If you want to register for advanced or top level, you have to go to the heavenly level city or the capital. Is that so? Then register me for intermediate. The receptionist hesitated. Sir, are you sure? Not to say anything wrong, but the intermediate exam is extremely difficult. Do you want to reconsider? But if you have money, you can trouble the world. You don't have to worry about this 1,000 registration fee, miss. Give me a registration form. After counting 10 forms, the receptionist said, Sir, this is your admission ticket. Your exam time is 8 a.m. tomorrow. Please be sure to arrive on time. Okay. Then he returned to find Diep Tan Han back taking a shower, looking somewhat expectant as he glanced toward the bathroom. This time you won't run out without clothes like last time. But when she stepped out, she was wearing clothes, though it almost seemed like she wasn't. It's a pity she wore clothes, but the beauty still looks stunning after her bath. Big sister, you're back. You haven't sent me the payment for the last ancient tree task yet. But Diep Tenhan darkened his face and coldly replied, I don't remember. If you keep staring at me, I'll gouge your eyes out. Dathian Thang looked on suspiciously. This girl is really strange, definitely has a split personality. The next day at the exam site, Dathian Tin was suspected by the proctor candidate. Are you sure you came to the right exam? This is the Intermediate Training Instructor exam. I didn't come to the wrong place. I'm here for the intermediate exam. Here's my confirmation document. This is indeed the intermediate exam confirmation. Please come in. Upon entering, everyone immediately sized him up. Most here were older. This kid was only about 16 or 17, already taking the intermediate certification exam so young. What does a brat know? 8 or 9 of them probably just came to watch the excitement. Suddenly, a professor walked in. Look, Professor Dongfang, could he be the examiner this time? Could it really be him? Apparently, this person has quite a reputation. Professor Dongfuang stepped forward. Greetings to all candidates. I am in charge of the difficult exam this time, which is to revive this 7-defeat mutated spirit pet. If you can help it mutate successfully, that's even better. No Sun Wukong clones allowed in the glass cage. Someone confidently raised their hand. Professor, you said to revive a mutated spirit pet, but this is just a stone statue. Professor Dongfuang sneered slightly. You all don't even recognize it as a spirit pet, let alone revive it. Dathian Ting immediately saw it was a spirit pet called Trung Tivian with an unactivated Thanvian bloodline, physical attribute type rated 3 stars, mature rank, F8. Upgrade conditions, evolution conditions, currently in a failed evolution state near death. Indeed, it's a failed evolution, spirit pet, but it has the Thanvian bloodline. If I'm not mistaken, this stone statue is actually a Trung Tivian spirit pet, whose whole body turned to stone due to failed evolution. Professor Dongfuang looked a bit surprised but not overly impressed. Correct, this Trung Tivian was originally a low-grade quality spirit pet. As instructors, we wanted to raise its grade, so we gave it an internal pill of evil spirit. Magma type, but due to improper operation, it turned out like this. This exam is to revive this Trung Tivian. You have 1 hour. Candidates who succeed in reviving it will pass. But everyone has only one chance, so please be careful. Dathian confidently stood to try first. Please prepare a pot for me, a bottle of spirit pet or evil spirit essence, and at least rank E10 gold and silver grass flowers and a portion of mutated mountain armor and lawn armor. Professor Dongfuang asked suspiciously, do you have a method? The materials you need are all luxurious. How confident are you? But Dathian just laughed confidently. I'm 100% sure. I requested those materials not only to revive the Trung Tivian, but also to help it mutate and evolve. Don't worry, sir. If I fail, I'll pay the cost myself. Not only will I revive it, but I'll help it evolve and mutate. But where does this kid get the confidence to say that, though a bit hard to believe, Professor Dongfuang didn't make it difficult for the candidate? I'll trust you this time. Go prepare. After adding the ingredients, Dathian looked up and said, 2 professors, please put the Trung Tivian inside the pot. Everyone around us started to panic. Kid, what are you trying to do? Throwing the Trung Tivian into boiling water if it gets burned to death. How can we continue the exam? Exactly. Are you here to cause trouble? Dathian just glanced and said, then may I ask if any of you have a method to revive it? Everyone was speechless for a moment, but argued back. We don't have a method now, but that doesn't mean we won't come up with one soon. Exactly. What you're doing might kill the Trung Tivian. We absolutely won't allow that. Professor Dongfuang remained calm. Enough, this candidate is also participating in the exam. Before you come up with any measures, he has full authority to handle this Trung Tivian. Kid, can you share a little about your thoughts? Dathian nodded and explained Kim Tao and Xian Sun, mutated armor, both contain metal elements, which dissolve into boiling water. By dissolving the metal elements inside integrating them into the Trung Tivian's body, there's a high chance it will petrify and mutate into metal. This time, Professor Dongfuang was truly enlightened. So there's such a method. The rock element system can mutate into metal element system. Everyone knows this, but usually through spirit beasts mutating on their own or trainers assisting them with spirit medicines. This method I've never heard of before. Half an hour later, the spirit beast still showed no sign of change. The crowd became more aggressive. Hey kid, can you get it done or not? It's been more than half an hour and there's been no change at all. Dathian remained calm and strictly followed the rules. What are you all rushing for? Really, the emperor isn't in a hurry. The eunuchs are anxious, some have lost their patience, but the candidate remains patient. Don't rush for now. Wait and see if this kid has anything else to say. Professor Dongfuang still had doubts. Just a bit of essence blood can help it evolve. From what I know, no trainer has ever succeeded with this method before. But Dathian did not lose confidence. At this moment, it is nearly dead. The essence blood can help awaken its consciousness. Let it complete the evolution process on its own. Just as he finished speaking, Trung Tivian suddenly opened its eyes. Its body recovered vitality. It stirred and rose from the boiling water. Professor Dongfuang's eyes widened. Incredible, truly incredible. You not only saved it, but also helped it complete evolution and mutation. The divine Tikim Vian mutated into metal and combat elements. Perfect quality. Kid, you've really opened this old man's eyes. Unfortunately, my highest authority only allows me to give you an intermediate certification. But judging by your performance, Even getting an advanced certification would be as easy as taking candy from a baby. The guys below were left speechless this time. What is that even possible? Suddenly, Trung Tivin grabbed Da Tien Tin's leg with a look full of youthful affection. What do you mean by this? Want to leave? What do you think, old professor? What should we do? Professor Dongfang put his hand on his chin and thought for a while. Spirit beasts, especially primates with developed intelligence, even know how to express gratitude. Judging by its attitude, it wants to leave, according to you, to repay the life-saving favor. However, our association has already invested a lot in it. But to oppose old Tun Trung, Tivin punched the ground. Professor Dongfang had to agree. All right. Then I'll take responsibility. I'll give it to you. Da Tiantin happily thanked him nonstop. Haha, thank you so much, old professor. If you ever need any help in the future, please don't hesitate to ask. Professor Dongfang just waved his hand lightly. No need to be so polite. The city of Jiangnam is honored to have a young intermediate trainer like you. Afterwards, Da Tiantin and Trung Tivin went to a nearby apartment. Da Tiantin spoke solemnly. From now on, I will call you Kim Kwang. Can you walk? Are you willing to sign a contract with me? Yes, agreed. Right after the contract was signed, the system appeared. Measurement shows the contractor and spirit beast have signed a contract and gained partial spirit beast power. Please quickly choose a type of ability. Da Tiantin thought for a moment. I choose diamond indestructibility. Upon successfully merging the skill, Da Tiantin clearly felt his stamina increase. I wonder how strong this skill is against heavy attacks. Diamond, come here. Help me test a bit. Just how strong is diamond indestructibility? The person before attacked me with over 1/10 of their power. Kim Kwang punched Da Tiantin. There was a slight ripple, a bit of sensation, but still bearable. Kim Kwang increased the force by 120 to 210, 310, or 10. Each punch grew stronger. Only at 510 did it start to push Da Tiantin back in force. Kim Kwang is considered the top E-level force-type spirit beast. Kim Kwang, being indestructible, could still block nearly half of his force like that. Facing a normal E-level spirit beast and dark spirit, shouldn't I be undefeated? Then he took out a staff called Kim Kwang, Kin Tian Tru. Here, I'm giving this to you. It can grow big, shrink, small, lengthen, or shorten. Plus, its weight is incredibly heavy. Since you are a force-type spirit beast, using it as a weapon will definitely unleash the greatest power. Kim Kwang took the Kim Tian Tru. It even began to grow larger like a building. Wow, this weapon really was made for you. Then Da Tiantin returned to the training room at school. Seeing everyone training, he approached Ha Tu Vu. Hua on the right, what are you guys doing? It's the Zhonglin Dao Master's arranged exercise. To have the spirit beast blindfolded, only relying on the Master's commands to dodge the projected shadow. The Master said this increases the coordination and trust between spirit beast and spirit master. On the other side, Chu Lang was trying to be patient with the little turtle hiding inside its shell. Little 8 on the left, that's dodging, not using your shell to resist. Zhonglin just passed by and could only smile. Chu Lang's spirit beast was an exception. This kind of exercise doesn't suit it, but she quickly returned to a serious expression when she saw Da Tiantin. Da Tiantin, how are you? Just got here this morning. Why did you skip the practical class? Sorry, teacher. I had to attend the Spirit Master Training Assessment this morning. Sutila warmly welcomed the friend as soon as he arrived. Thien Tin, you finished the test that quickly. How did you do? Why the modesty? Barely passed the intermediate certification, but everyone still admires you. You're really impressive. There are fewer than 10 people in the entire Jiangnan city with intermediate certification. To think I have a brother who is an intermediate Spirit Master trainer. Thien Tin bro is the best. Kid, you're NDT0, not just an outstanding Spirit Master, now also an intermediate Spirit Master trainer. Chu Min over there with an unreadable expression had to admit truly impressive. All right, if you want to celebrate, wait until school's out. Say whatever you want now. Don't miss class. Now come with me. Yes, at the training room, Zhonglin took Da Tiantin to the gym next to a punching bag. Da Tiantin, don't let others know I'm teaching you close combat. I don't want the school to know I'm giving you private training. Yes, today I'll teach you the inch fist. This is a fist technique from before the world changed. It can unleash power beyond your imagination. Inch fist helps the user convert force efficiently. The force bursts out from the fist. Zhonglin said as he took an offensive stance. One punch sent half the punching bag flying, almost burst the entire gym. Although you have a 110 force spirit beast, you don't know how to use it, so at best, you can only unleash less than half. But if you learn inch fist, it can let every punch unleash your full force. Then Da Tin asked curiously why, if Inch Fist is so powerful it has declined now. Zhonglin helped him get into stance and explained that few spirit masters can awaken it. Even if humans get stronger, they're no match for F-level dark spirits. Normal people would rather spend time strengthening their spirit beast than training Inch Fist. Only spirit masters who awaken it need to improve their own combat skills. Come on, I'll explain the key points of Inch Fist to you. Inch Fist focuses on speed and precision down to the vital points. Vu Da Ting and Su Tilla were walking home together when Su suddenly had a crazy idea. Tin, be honest, do you and Master Jiang Lam have some kind of secret? What secret? Lately, you and Master Jiang Lam often disappear together. Are you two sneaking off on dates? Da Ting looked at Su Tilla with half an eye, even though he used to be like that himself. Hey, Su Tilla, haven't you been reading too many novels? But then he suddenly remembered something. That's right, Tuvu Sutila. I have something I want to discuss with you all. I'm planning to open an office specializing in nurturing spirit beasts. Sutila Asia's top investor immediately gave full support to invest in the South. All right, I support 100% opening the office, and I'll take charge there as my contribution. Thank you. I was worried I wouldn't have enough capital. Here's the deal. From the profit, you get 70%. I get 30. We're brothers. No need for formality. Besides, I want to lean on you too, so split it 5-5 and don't refuse. Suddenly, the sound of hurried footsteps echoed, and Da Tin turned around warily. Who's there? Oh, it's Chumin and Chu Lang. Tin, can you let us join you? Although we don't understand much, we can still do some odd jobs. We don't need a salary. We mainly want to learn some skills. Da Tin felt a bit shy, but said, you're all classmates, so of course you're welcome, as long as it doesn't delay your studies. Soon after, the group was brought by Sutila to a street. The foot traffic on this street was heavy. No fear of lacking vitality. This is the place. My people have prepared everything inside, all according to normal standards. Later, if anything's missing, I'll send someone to buy it. Da Tin had to admire Sutila's fast work speed, though for Sutila this was just a small matter. Time is money. Now just wait for you to give it a name. Da Tin didn't take long. The name, call it Divine Beast Creation, though it's a bit long, otherwise just call it Creation Divine. Hearing this, Sutila couldn't help but smile. People only dared to name it Spirit Beast Nurturing, but you directly called it Divine Beast Creation. Tin, that name is arrogant, but I like it. Arrogance is the privilege of the talented. Da Tin understood that well. An arrogant name is always for those who have the right. I feel that I have the right. Even the weakest spirit beast I can turn into a divine beast now. Then Sutila led everyone inside. All right, naming it Creation Divine Office. I'll send someone to make the sign now. Hatuvu noticed the rawness of the new area. Tin Brodo, you need to hire some staff to help. After all, we still have to go to school and can't be here all the time. But Da Tin seemed indifferent. No need, I'll manage. The premium path is only open for a limited time to entertain clients, and the number is limited daily. To get my support, you have to make an appointment. Hearing this, Stilla was a little shocked. If we do that, won't we lose a lot? I'm just a shareholder wanting to make some profit. But Da Tin was pretty confident. Have you heard of limited marketing? As long as our reputation is big enough, we won't lack customers. If we limit quantity, it creates a supply shortage. Then customers will suffer waiting, which increases their demand. Sutila didn't fully understand, but seemed quite trusting. Da Tin, what are you talking about? But it still sounds reasonable to me. Until the day of the second annual fireworks balloon festival, crowds bustling across the street, but only looking, not entering, made Sutila worry why no one came to the door. But Da Tin remained calm. This is normal. Although many people are here, there are many nurturing offices. We just opened and we look young. Naturally, few will trust us yet. But once we gain some reputation, it will be good. But Hatuvu, watching from behind, was confident. No need to worry, customers will come soon. Sutila doubted. How did she know? But just as she finished speaking, the door opened and Chu Min stepped in. Hello, welcome to the Sangtan office. How can we assist you today? That was a white-haired boy with an arrogant appearance and a contemptuous smile. The interior design wasn't very good either, but that name was really over the top. Da Tin stepped forward, saying, that's my name. Whether I'm arrogant or not has nothing to do with you. Are you here to make a deal? At first glance, this person didn't seem to be here to make a deal, but more like to cause trouble. Halu Tin stepped forward to provoke. Oh, so you're the boss here. Is that how you talk to customers? But suddenly, Hatuvu stepped in between them. Halutin, I told you to come support attracting customers, not to come looking for trouble. The little white-haired girl shouted back loudly. I thought you told me to go to some big local place. Turns out it's just a small shop like this. Do you want to humiliate me? If my classmates saw me at a place like this, they'd definitely laugh me to death. I do what I'm told to do. Why waste so many meaningless words? Sutila approached Dathiantin. This young man also had the surname Ha. Could he be Ha Tiovu's younger brother? After adopting her, Ha Tiovu's wife gave birth to Halutin. But his love for Ha Tiovu hadn't lessened. He still treated her as his own daughter. But Halutin became even more insolent and pointed directly at Dathiantin. What do you like about this poor little brat? And father won't let you two be together. Ha Tiovu couldn't hold back any longer, slapped the kid hard, then turned away. All right, no need to help anymore, just go. But this kid seemed to be Tizander. Yeah, I'm definitely not going. I want to see what kind of abilities this guy really has that make you like him so much. You must be Dathiantin. Do you understand how to train spirit beasts? Dathiantin murmured. I know a little. But Halutin used that to mock him. Knowing a little and daring to open an office. Do you know that if something happens to a spirit beast, you'll be held responsible? When that time comes, don't come looking for me for help. This time Sutila stepped forward to take control, telling Dathiantin the lead can tolerate it, but the sidekick cannot. What do you know? Brathiantin is an intermediate level trainer. Hearing this, Halutin laughed in disbelief. Intermediate trainer. Ha 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 ha. Don't fool me. How many intermediate trainers are there in Jiangnam City in total? Not even enough to count on one hand. If you're going to brag, at least make it believable. Sutila didn't say much, just pointed to the certificate behind her. See that paper hanging over there? It's an intermediate trainer certificate issued by the Jiangnam City Trainers Association. The big, clear letters say Intermediate Trainer Certificate, Dathiantin. Signature and embossed seal. That's not fake. How does it feel to get slapped in the face like that? Halutin was silent for a moment before coming up with a rebuttal. It's hanging up so high, how do I know if it's real or fake? But I warn you, forging certificates is illegal. If you get caught, don't drag my sister into it. Halutin said enough. This place doesn't welcome you, leave quickly. Enough. Halutin won't use words anymore. He decided to summon a spirit beast. A pet that looked impressive was the only way he'd believe it. Unless it could help his spirit beast successfully level up. But alas, it was just an embarrassed little ice spirit beast, a mutated icebone type. Rated 2 stars, not mature, rank F7. Weak skill, evolution upgrade condition, linear evolution. Sutila was surprised, but tried to hold back laughter. So this is your spirit beast, ha ha ha. Also called the old ice tiger, or I see a kitten. Shut up and you'll know. This is the young old ice tiger, Dathiantin said confidently with a smirk. Not only can I help it level up, I can even help it evolve and increase its grade. Do you believe that Halutin was surprised? If there's a chance to evolve, I won't miss it. It can evolve, of course. All right, I'll trust you this once. If you can really help the little spirit evolve successfully, I won't just take back what I said earlier, but I also promise you'll say sorry. This little spirit really apologizes. I can't hold it in. Sutila couldn't help but laugh. Ha ha ha, but if you can't do it, then please stay away from my sister from now on. Dathiantin smiled and turned to Chumin and Chulong. It's settled. Please bother you two to bring me some things: a 5th level water core internal pellet, 5 pieces of coal bone herb. Half an hour later, Dathiantin successfully brewed a blue sea-colored liquid from boiling water. Okay, now it's time for the little spirit to drink it. Halutin watched this with a bit of disgust, but the little tiger seemed very interested. What is this? Why does it smell so bad? Why is it drinking so eagerly? Could it be like stinky tofu? Smells awful, but tastes good. But suddenly after drinking it, the ice spirit blush turned into ice. Why is this happening? But Dathiantin calmly brought Chulang and a pile of ice blocks over. It's okay. This is normal. The ice blocks were stacked into a circular tower around the little tiger. But suddenly the aura from the blushing ice spirit altered it. It was attracted closer. After a while, the ice covering the little tiger shattered. The little tiger had now evolved into a great tiger, 12 times its size. Halutin excitedly dashed forward. It really evolved. This is the ice spirit sword-toothed tiger. Moreover, its quality also upgraded to elite. Chu Min and Chu Long were also impressed. Sutila arrogantly said, "How about that flex? Do you finally believe in Thiantin's level now?" Halu Tin didn't care, just rushed to tightly hug Da Thien Tin's leg. Da Thien Tin, no big brother. No, brother-in-law, you are magnanimous beyond measure. Don't hold grudges against someone like me. Sutila quickly stepped forward to hold back her husband. You really have a thick skin. Didn't you just say Thien Tin wasn't worthy of your sister? And now you call him brother-in-law. But Halu Tin wasn't afraid of jealousy. Let me tell you, right now he's my brother-in-law. We're family. You better make that relationship clear. You still dare to compete with me. Let me tell you, when I first met Thien Tin, you didn't even know him. You were still playing in the mud somewhere. He and I are true love. Hatu Vu and Da Thien Tin could only stand there speechless. What? Meeting early means what he's my brother-in-law. We're true love. You're just a homewrecker. You two argue all you want. Why drag me into it? There's no true love here. I'm straight, okay? Suddenly, Halu Tin turned to look at Da Thien Tin. Right, brother-in-law, you're so amazing. I want to ask you to help me with some spiritual beast training. My father has been listless lately for some unknown reason. He's been losing energy and even coughing up blood. My father invited many experts to examine him, but no one could diagnose the cause. Brother-in-law, since you're so knowledgeable about nurturing, surely you know how to treat spiritual beasts. Halu Tin gave a sinister, wicked smile. That's my father. The spiritual beast is also the spiritual haste of your future father-in-law. Heh heh. Suddenly, Hatu Vu cut in. Why didn't anyone tell me about this? Sister just entered the top class. Father didn't want to worry her, so he didn't say anything. But Halu Tin didn't seem very interested. Brother-in-law, if you can cure my father's spiritual beast, then the matter between you and sister. My father absolutely won't stop me. We can only try our best. But it seems Halu Tin can only accept Da Thien Tin as brother-in-law. But accepting him as a brother-in-law seems a bit difficult. However, if you fail, please keep your distance from my sister from now on. Hatu Vu's father was being examined by nurturing masters for Langthuk Ha, the association president. Sorry I lack the knowledge. I can't figure out what illness the spiritual beast actually has. We really did try our best. Perhaps no one in Jiangnan City except Dongfang Jiaoshu can treat it. I heard Dongfang Jiaoshu has returned to Jiangnan City. Could you invite him here to take a look? Sorry to trouble you. I've already sent someone to invite Dongfang Jiaoshu. Suddenly, Hatu Vu ran in from outside. Father Tu Vu, why have you returned today? I'm on a temporary break, not talking about this. Lang Thuk Lang. Thuk, what's going on? It turns out that Thuk Lang is the spirit beast Kiu Nguyet Ngan Lang with the attributes of thunder, ice, and bone. Rated as a level D mature 4-star with the ability of Moon Spear Bone Extreme Cold. The Lang Clan King's seal domain acts as a path for evolving the system through the divine fire element upgrade conditions. At this moment, a state of poison appeared before them. According to the bromine intestinal cleansing therapy method, Halu Tin pulled Da Thien Tin inside. This father is indeed Da Thien Tin. He came this time specifically to help Lanthuk treat the illness. Hello, Uncle Hathuk. Uncle Hathuk immediately recognized that this was the guy who schemed to steal my plum wine jar. It turned out to be the kid Tu Vu who he always mentioned. Forget it. What right does he have for me to trust him? Everyone here is a top cultivation master in Jiangnan City. None of them can understand what illness Kyung Wit has. How dare you let a kid between 10 to 56 years old mess around? I've sent someone to invite Master Dongfang. Only the old master can cure Kyung Wit. But Da Thien Tin smiled somewhat smugly. Uncle Hathuk, forgive me for speaking frankly. I'm afraid even the old master can't do anything about Kyung Wit's silver wolf disease. The other cultivation masters immediately got angry at this remark. Haha, that's ridiculous. You say even the old master can't do anything. So do you think you can? You want to be more powerful than the old master. Although kids don't understand, some things can't be said by a kid like you to comment on the old master. Da Thien Tin still remained calm. Uncle Hathuk, I truly have a 100% chance to cure Kyung Wit Silver Wolf. Do you dare let me try? And he even had the support of his brother-in-law. Your father lets brother Thien Tin try. He is also a mid-level cultivation master. But Uncle Hathuk still saw through this as a mere trick, Lu Tin. Even if you want to help father, you can't just lie casually. There are only 5 mid-level cultivation masters in Jiangnan City in total. Except for Master Dongfang, the other 4 are all here. You say he is a mid-level cultivation master. So is he Master Dongfang. Da Thien Tin didn't argue and left. It seems Uncle Hathuk does not trust me. If that's the case, I will take my leave. Before Ha Tin could stop him, suddenly someone stepped in. Master Dong Fuang has arrived. When Master Dong Fuang entered, everyone greeted warmly. Master Dong Fuang, sorry to trouble you. It's great that the master finally came. But Master Dong Fuang didn't pay attention to that and instead focused on Da Thien Tin first. Hey, isn't this little doll? So soon we meet again. You came here to treat illness too. Looks like it, old master. Uncle Ha Thuk found this a bit hard to believe. Why would Master Dong Fuang start talking to this kid? Master Dong Fuang approached to examine Thuk Lang. Could it be you also have no way to cure this spirit beast? Well, and that's not it. It's just that Chairman Ha doesn't fully trust me. Uncle Ha Thuk stepped forward to ask the old master, you seem to know each other. Master Dong Fuang immediately laughed. Of course we know each other. Little Da is the only one who passed the mid-level cultivation master exam. 2 days ago, the old master said this 10 and 56-year-old youth really is a mid-level cultivation master. That's right, that's right. So the cultivation genius who has caused a stir in Jiangnan City is him. Uncle Ha Thuk was now completely confused. But my Tuvu has known him since he was young. When he was little, due to an accident, his spirit awareness was damaged. He truly passed the exam 2 days ago. It's just I haven't announced it officially yet. Despite the scrutinizing gaze from top to bottom, Master Dong Fuang even patted Da Thien Tin on the shoulder. Honestly, the spirit beast cultivation knowledge of Tuda even this old man can't match. If Jiangnan City had the qualification to issue advanced certificates, I would have nominated him as a senior cultivation master already. Senior cultivation master. Before Uncle Ha Thuk could recover from the shock, the plum wine jar came forward to grab Da Thien Tin's sleeve. Brother Thien Tin, I promise on behalf of my father, please forgive me. Please stay to help my father treat the spirit beast. Master Dong Fuang also supported Chairman Ha. I know you find it hard to accept right now, but with little Da's help, the chances of curing Qunwet Silverwolf are very high. Hearing this, Uncle Ha Thuk smiled warmly. Grandpa Thien Tin, you are a friend of Uncle Tiovu, right? You might be kicked out, but today you must stay for the meal, ha ha ha. After a thorough search, Dong Fuang Jiaothu also found the cause. Chief Ha, I must speak frankly, Qunwet Ngan Lang seems to have been poisoned. Moreover, this poison is very harmful to him. What poisoned Daoshu begs you to save Qunwet, no one else? Although I can diagnose the poisoning, I don't know what type of toxin it is, so I can't prescribe the right antidote. Qunwet Ngan Lang's body is almost completely overtaken by the toxin, with at most 7 days left to live. Hearing this, Ha Thuk Thuk couldn't help but be agitated. So what should we do now? Daoshu Yo don't have any solution either. Dong Fuang Daoshu looked over at Da Thien Tin. Little Da, what do you think? He just chuckled softly. Actually, I have a cure for Qunwet Ngan Lang, and it's not too difficult. Qunwet Ngan Lang was poisoned by theobromine. Theobromine is completely harmless to humans, but very dangerous to canines. Its chemical formula is C788N4O2. Although Qunwet Ngan Lang is a spirit beast, its nature still belongs to the canine family. So theobromine is also harmful to him. Halutin asked in confusion, what is theobromine? It's a substance found in the chocolate we often eat, Hatuvu added. So Qunwet's condition is because he ate chocolate. Not necessarily chocolate, it could also be something else. But one thing must be clear, normal canines aren't fatally harmed by small amounts of theobromine, let alone spirit beasts like Qunwet Ngan Lang. But Da Thien Tin still had some doubts. The reason Qunwet Ngan Lang became like this is definitely due to ingesting a large amount of theobromine. If he weren't extremely resilient, he probably wouldn't have lasted this long. Ha Thuk Thuk also caught the implication in Da Thien Tin's words. You mean Qunwet was deliberately poisoned by someone? You're right about that. Dong Fuang Daoshu quickly reminded Little Da Leader Ha, we should help Qunwet Ngan Lang detox first. Da Thien Tin explained, the method is simple. First cleanse the intestines to remove toxins, then use a counter-poison treatment to eliminate the remaining toxins. But Ha Thuk Thuk was still worried. Little Da, how confident are you? Da Thien Tin didn't hesitate to say 100% confident. But time won't wait, so please make a quick decision. Leader Ha, faced with such confidence, Ha Thuk Thuk had no choice but to concede, all right, I trust you. If you need any materials, just say the word, and I'll do my best to provide them. Half an hour later, Da Tiantin brought a glass of water to the young master. After just a sip, his eyes brightened, and he vomited up a stream of brown liquid. Then he slowly stood up. Ha Thuk also felt Qiulong say, "He feels much better now." "You're really good, Tiantin. This time, we're lucky to have you, otherwise Qiu Nuit would have been in real danger. I apologize for my earlier rudeness to you." But Da Tiantin remained modest. "Leader Ha, no need for that. You are Tuvu, my father helping you is only natural." Unexpectedly, Ha Thuk teased even more. "That's right, we're all family. No need to be so distant, ha ha ha." Ha Tuvu immediately felt embarrassed. "What did your father just say?" Ha Thuk turned to everyone. "It's almost noon, why don't you all stay for lunch? I've already instructed the butler to prepare." After lunch, Ha Thuk saw Da Tiantin off. "Thank you, Ha Thuk, for the hospitality." Ha Thuk then looked at his father-in-law. "I have something to say, not sure if I should. We're all family, is there anything that shouldn't be said? You just go ahead and say it." But suddenly both switched to serious mode. "Regarding Qiu Nuit Ngan Lang being cured, please do your best to keep it confidential for me. It's best to exclude us and not let others know. Don't worry, I know what to do." After everyone left, Sutila hurried to Tiantin. "So Chief Ha didn't give you any trouble, right?" Ha Lu Tin, somewhat sulky, stepped forward to protect her husband. "What do you mean by that? How could my father make things difficult for his son-in-law? My father is currently praising his son-in-law and doesn't even have time to do that, let alone if today you asked to marry my sister, my father probably wouldn't refuse." Ha Tuvu embarrassedly pinched Ha Lu Tin's cheek until it turned red, but Chu Min quickly interrupted them. "Look, guests are coming." The little one quickly recognized, "Isn't that my carriage?" From afar, Ha Thuk and the guild entered. "Uncle Tiantin knows you opened a training office here, so I brought some friends to support you. Their spirit beasts all have some minor issues. Even the community of Uncle Old Ha is hard to trust. Old Ha isn't joking today. Why would you want to deceive us?" "Exactly, this boy looks no older than 1056. How could he be an intermediate trainer?" "Old Ha Baracus, you must know our time is extremely limited. Wasting even a minute is a significant loss." The young master and the lady of the house are also here." But he just smiled at those who had the same past mistakes. "I knew you wouldn't believe it when you saw Tiantin, so don't judge by appearances. Don't look down on Tiantin because he's young. When it comes to spirit beast training, even the Eastern old teacher would be ashamed." The old blonde teacher stepped forward and summoned a spirit beast. "All right, if Chief Ha values him so highly, I'll test your skill a bit. Kid, what can you see?" But it's wrong to challenge someone with a system. Da Tiantin quickly saw through it. A fiery fighting bear, earth element combat type spirit beast, rank A weakness is water element. If I'm correct, your spirit beast recently prefers sitting alone in a corner, has reduced appetite, and pays little attention to its owner's commands. He was startled on hearing this. You can really see that. You do have some talent. So do you have a way to cure it? Da Tiantin stepped forward, touched its belly, and laughed. Your spirit beast has no physical problems. Its issue lies in its mind. What do you mean by a problem in its mind? Simply put, it's emotionally distressed, hence the sadness. Isn't human emotional distress the same kind of thing? It needs you to help heal its condition. Uncle Ha was speechless and a bit suspicious. You say it's emotionally distressed. A bear can have emotional distress. Da Tiantin smiled. All living things have a spirit. Bears have their own feelings. Spirit beasts, whether IQ or EQ, are much higher than ordinary animals, so emotional distress is normal. The old blonde master thought for a moment and blushed. Remembering someone I remember now, a few days ago, a friend brought a female bear spirit beast to visit. They played happily that day and were reluctant to part. Now that I think about it, it seems from that day it changed like this. Uncle Ha excitedly wanted to verify. Tuda said there's no mistake. Just have that friend bring the spirit beast over once, and the problem will be solved. Half an hour later, the beautiful Dung Dung arrived with a very furry bear. Our two little bears happily reunited, and the big bear's eyes even brightened. Dung Dung, I want to negotiate with you. You see how much our big bear loves your Hong Hong? These days it hasn't eaten because of her. Could you sell her to me? I don't need much money. Dung Dung looked pleased initially, a bit shy, then softened. Hong Hong has been with me so long. How could I sell her? But I can often bring Hong Hong to visit you as long as you don't mind the trouble. Okay, then our old master stepped forward to shake hands and flirt. Truly, 2 people are sad, 4 are happy, no complaints, no complaints. Even if she wants to stay, that's fine. If so, I'll move to your house. When they were young, they neglected themselves for their careers. Now successful, they dare not confess, and unexpectedly, their spirit beast brought them together. Soon after, everyone scrambled to summon their spirit beasts. Tuda, please take a look at my spirit beast. Tuda, look at mine first. Tuda, your nurturing skills are so good, will definitely help you promote. After that day, many people came to the door daily. Although Dathian Tin limited the number each day, it was still packed. One peaceful day, while Dathian Ting was relaxing and counting money, Sutila ran up excitedly. Dathian Tin, bad news. Our supply line has been cut off. The materials needed to train spirit beasts are gone. Dathian Ting was puzzled. How could the supply be cut off? Could it be that some legion is blocking you? It was the Iron Blood Legion. A few days ago, they declared that if any legion still dared to supply materials to the Morning God's office, they would oppose them. The Iron Blood Legion's status in Jiangnan City is no less than ours. So Dathian Ting immediately wondered, didn't the Iron Blood Vanguard Battalion Queva already die? Why do they still want to cause trouble for us? Sutila then explained Queva has an older brother who is the deputy leader of the Iron Blood Vanguard Battalion, a very high position. However, I feel their real target isn't about Queva. More than half of the Nurturing Master's offices in Jiangnan City belong to the Iron Blood Vanguard Battalion's business. We showed up and took their customers, so that's why they want to sabotage us. Otherwise, I could go find my father to pressure that bunch of battalions. But you seem unhappy with this solution. Pressuring those battalions is useless. We still need to deal with the Iron Blood Vanguard Battalion as before. Sutila was startled and realized the meaning. You mean you want to deal with the Iron Blood Vanguard Battalion, but they are the leading battalion in Jiangnan City. Dathian Ting chuckled softly. What's impossible about that? However, we won't rely on strength, but on intelligence. That very night, the group gathered near the Iron Blood Vanguard Battalion warehouse, which was their warehouse containing at least half of their goods. Thien Ting, what's your plan? Thien Ting held a handful of grass and poured something on it. We're in the dark now, so naturally we have to make good use of this advantage. The wind is just blowing toward the warehouse. Halu Ting got a bit excited, brother-in-law. Do you have some sort of scheme? Tiovu, let's set a little fire. Sutila still looked worried. Thien Tin, what exactly do you want to do? Calm down, you'll know soon enough. After burning it, he raised it to let the wind carry the smoke closer. The spirit beast below immediately got red eyes and went berserk. Monkey, 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 tiger. What's wrong with you? Sit down. Cat, what do you want to do? Ox, why are you going crazy? Stop it right now. Up here, Hatuvu couldn't hide his surprise. Thien Tin, what exactly did you do to make these spirit beasts rebel? Actually, every spirit beast still retains its most primal instincts, but they are restricted by the spirit contract master. I'm triggering their instincts, making them temporarily break free from the spirit contract master's control. Halu Ting, a strapping young man, not even 18 yet, became even more interested in these tricks. Brother-in-law, you're really amazing. Next time we meet enemies, just let them kill each other off. We won't have to lift a finger. That's not guaranteed because spirit beasts and spirit contract masters have soul bonds, so spirit beasts won't attack their owners. Moreover, the effect only lasts briefly. Let's take this chance to act. After they got into the Iron Blood Vanguard Battalion warehouse, wow, so many good things. No wonder it's called the Iron Blood Vanguard Battalion. Their resources are deep. With these materials, our office won't lack supplies for at least a year. Dathian Ting Ten called over his fat koi fish. Hukon carried everything out of the room. As the fat koi sucked up all the warehouse goods, Sutila watched excitedly. Ha ha! This time the Iron Blood Vanguard Battalion will suffer heavy losses. Each medicine room here is basically half of their entire inventory. But it's just tit for tat. Quava's older brother, in charge of this warehouse, will definitely not let the Iron Blood Vanguard Battalion's leader forgive him after we robbed everything. By the time the Iron Blood Vanguard Battalion stabilizes, it will be too late. Not good. The goods were all stolen. The next day at Dongbin City, Dathian Tin glanced around looking for Diep Ten Hun. Don't know where he ran off to. He still hasn't transferred my last mission reward. Suddenly, he sensed strange eyes watching him. Someone's spying. Forget him. Anyway, fighting is forbidden here. Then he returned to the battalion. Diep Tuk. Good morning, this Tek Tu Dao is still sitting around enjoying life. Is that little Dao where's Than Hun? She's not here. Who knows? Probably out on a mission again. The tasks at my place are piling up. Your kid still shows up here after so many days, but you can't even see his shadow. Da Thiên Ting smiled awkwardly but didn't seem very innocent inside. If she weren't the daughter of the old master, I wouldn't have come here even half the time. Ha ha ha. Moreover, this old man is completely untrustworthy, paying no attention to his daughter at all. While they were talking, suddenly, the Iron Blood Dongbin regiment charged in and surrounded this shabby library. Not even a fly is allowed to slip through. The head of the family stepped forward to confront him. You are indeed Da Thiên Tin from the Bright God office, right? What do you want? Last night, the Iron Blood Dong Bin Regiment's warehouse was completely robbed. Was it your kid who did it? Da Thiên Ting raised an eyebrow, looking around. You mobilized so many people to surround me. Judging by your attitude, you're convinced it was my doing. He gritted his teeth and said, You're not wrong. I advise you to hand over all the items right now. Maybe I'll spare you. Otherwise, even as the little lord of Dongbin City, no one can save you. Besides, I've heard you and my younger brother Quavo have some issues. Since he's dead, I'm afraid you won't escape that connection either. Da Thiên Ting then switched to Son Goku mode. First, I had nothing to do with your warehouse being robbed. Second, your younger brother's death has nothing to do with me. Without much talk, he was about to make a move. Kid, I gave you a chance, but you didn't appreciate it, so don't blame me for acting. Everyone charged forward to capture him alive. Tu Dao, who was relaxing nearby, also spoke up. How dare you not respect this old man? Are you fighting in my territory without asking for my opinion? You think the other old lord is stubborn, but you underestimate me, an old man. Planning to help him, Tiktu Zhao laughed contemptuously, more wild excitement in his tone. With your trash-tier Dongbin regiment ranked last, do you believe I could destroy it with a wave of my hand? You disrespect the elderly. It seems I have to teach you a lesson. The head of the Iron Blood Dongbin regiment summoned the spirit beast. Iron Wing responding, King of the Flight attribute rated 2 stars, rank E8, with abilities of Iron Wings and Iron Claws. Weakness, Thunder Electric attribute. Evolution upgrade requires specific conditions. Old man, do you want to die? The Eagle Wing Beast attacked Tu Dao, but the old man quickly summoned the Spirit Beast, Thunderstorm Lion King with Thunder Electric attribute, rated 4 stars, rank D8 abilities of Endless Thunderstorm Destruction, and Electric Punishment, Thunder Electric Incarnation. Weakness, Magma attribute. Evolution upgrade requires specific conditions. The Lion King lightly cut off the Eagle Wing's attack, leaving everyone stunned. This clever old fox, Tu Dao, actually has a rank D Spirit Beast, and even of the Infinite Approach rank C type. You really can't judge a person by their appearance. Continuing, Tu Dao just smiled slightly. Old friend, that one's yours. The Lion King roared, launching a swift and fierce attack. The Eagle King quickly became bird meat. Could this Lion King really be a rank D Spirit Beast, defeating the Eagle King in one move? However, Tu Dao still clasped his hands behind his back. You don't respect the Iron Blood Dongbin regiment. Hurry up and scram. I'm not in the mood to keep you here for lunch. That old lord sneered cowardly and hastily said, I'm truly sorry, I'll leave immediately. Though saying that, his eyes kept glancing at Da Thiên Tin disdainfully. Kid, just wait and see. Da Thiên Tin then turned to Tu Dao and smiled. Uncle Diep, you really are a man who hides his talents, but that guy isn't someone who helps for free, right? Tu Dao replied. Little Da Uncle Diep helped you with such a big matter this time. How do you plan to repay me? Da Thiên Ting quickly caught the meaning and stepped back, saying, Uncle Diep, I have no money. This old man definitely has no good intentions. But Tu Dao quickly restored his dignity. What are you talking about? Am I that kind of person? Don't worry, I'm not after your money. I just want to invite you to help me a bit. The annual contest between the Dongbin regiments is about to take place. All Dongbin regiments must participate. You are now a member of the Tu Dao Dongbin regiment. So I want you to represent the Dongbin regiment in the competition. Hearing this, Da Thiên Tin looked a bit confused and asked Uncle Diep, You're so powerful. Why do you still want me to participate? But what do you expect? Tu Dao replied, I'm old now. It's time for the young to rule. You reluctantly agreed. All right then, I will represent the Tu Dao Dongbin regiment in this competition. Tu Dao smiled and said, Ha ha ha, as expected, little Da is still the best. That's right, forgot to tell you, you need 5 people to participate in the competition. The leader Than Han can't join due to a recent issue, so we have to rely on you to gather 5 people. Hearing this, Da Thiên Tin felt deceived again and exclaimed, Need 5 people. As expected, still tricked by this old man. Definitely he couldn't find anyone to join Tu Dao Dongbin Duan, but the old man talks more, haha. That has nothing to do with me. Anyway, you've agreed, no changing your mind. That's right, this time you must get first place. First place will be rewarded with 1 million. Suddenly he remembered he still had a way not to lose out, saying gathering 5 people can be solved somehow, but getting first place he can't guarantee that. Can only try my best. But Tiek Tiu Dao interrupted, little da I value you. With your strength, you will definitely get first place. Da Thin Ting continued, okay, but I have one condition, that is the 1 million prize money. I want half. Really can't understand where this old man gets such confidence. Hearing that, Tiek Tiu Dao's face darkened. Half, are you trying to rob me? I already lost 100,000 for the registration fee. Don't you know the registration fee is extremely expensive? If you get first place, I'll give you 100,000, okay? But when it comes to money, neither side wants to give in, and they started arguing. Da Thin Ting said, Uncle Diep, how can you do that? You're the one I asked to join the competition, and I'm the one participating. Just give me a little money like that. Aren't you ashamed? Tiek Tiu Dao replied, if not, I'll give you an extra 50,000. 150,000 should be enough. Da Thin Ting firmly said, if you don't give me 500,000, I'll just finish the task carelessly. Then you won't get a single penny. Anyway, I only agreed to join the competition for you. I don't have to get first place. Tiek Tiu Dao was upset with no choice but said, you rotten brat, from your house, fine. Then 500,000 it is. The two shook hands happily. Haha, a deal was made. When does the competition start? Tiek Tiu Dao naively answered, tomorrow. Da Thin Ting immediately froze, exclaiming, Uncle Diep, it starts tomorrow and you're just telling me now. The old man replied, haha. Who told you to come? Only today. Da Thin Ting sighed, oh my, I only wanted to come to demand the money from Diep Ten Han for the last mission. Didn't expect not to get the money and got tricked by this sly old fox. The next day at the competition venue, it was no surprise when Da Thin Tin invited the Guild brothers to participate. Sutila also informed everyone about the Dong Bin Duan competition. The competition is held once a year. Although not mandatory, most Dong Bin Duan choose to participate. Besides generous prizes, it's also a great chance to promote the Dong Bin Duan. The competition ranks the Dong Bin Duan every year. In previous years, Tiet Huit Dong Bin Duan always won first place. That's why they are called the #1 Dong Bin Duan of Jiangnam City. Sutila turned to Da Thin Tin, feeling a bit apologetic. Thin Tin, sorry, because I'm a guild member and a small town leader, I can't compete with you all. We understand I plan to have Ha Lu Tin replace you. Seeing this, Ha Lu Tin was even more confident. Don't worry, sis-in-law, I won't hold you back. At the crucial moment, sis-in-law might still need me to assist. After all, I'm the most important person by your side, sis-in-law. Sutila ignored this and just snorted lightly. Just don't end up crying when someone beats you. Jiangnam City has a total of 322 Dongbin Duan. This time 305 participated. The competition is point-based, meaning defeating one Dongbin Duan earns 1 point, losing 7 times loses 1 point. In the end, rankings are determined by points. After hearing the explanation, Da Thin Ting understood the rules and said, got it. Simply put, if we defeat all opponents, we are #1. The MC on the stand began introducing the Dongbin Duan teams. The third match is Nga Lang Dongbin Duan versus Tiudao Dongbin Duan. People in the stands started chatting. Although Nyalang Dongbin Duan isn't ranked high, they're still pretty formidable. Anyone who faces them doesn't end well. It is said that when the spirit master fought with them, all the spirit pets were devoured by 5 ghoul wolves. If it weren't for the rule prohibiting killing the spirit master, they probably would have been eaten as well. Da Thin Ting quickly observed the opponents and realized that those spirit masters had intentionally starved their spirit pets for several days before the match to push them into an extreme state of hunger, unleashing their super fighting power. The audience continued to discuss. This Xiaodao infantry regiment, why have we never heard of them before? Could they be newly formed? Probably some unknown little infantry regiment. They're unlucky this time. How strong could a bunch of little kids' spirit pets be? It's a pity. Soon they'll have to watch their spirit pets get eaten. Da Thin Ting then turned back to remind the group. Everyone, you all heard what those people said, right? If the opponents are that ruthless, then we don't need to hold back either. The Ghoul Wolf Regiment, seeing the opposing side had no reputation, became a bit smug and said, little friends, quickly summon your spirit pets. Our little ones are so hungry they can't wait any longer. Ha ha ha. At this moment, Xiao Dao had finished summoning their spirit pets ready to face off. If they're in such a hurry to lose, then we'll just help them along. Brothers and sisters, summon your spirit pets. Da Thin Tin shouted, food is here. Enjoy it wholeheartedly. Seeing the enemy team start to move, Da Thin Tin called on his goofy husky, To join the fight, 205 teach them a lesson. The mystic dog with glowing purple eyes charged into the pack of wolf beasts. One scratch took down two of them. Halutin got excited and wanted to show off, haha, brother-in-law is really strong. Save a few for our big tiger, okay? It immediately bit through the armor of one wolf beast, pushed it far away, making two others cautious. 205 and the big tiger didn't let up, continuing to chase and tear them apart. The ghoul wolf regiment could only smile awkwardly, while the audience couldn't help but be amazed. This is over in less than half a minute, truly defeated in the blink of an eye. Moreover, they still had 3 spirit pets that hadn't joined the fight. The little kids' spirit pets are definitely all E-grade spirit pets of ours. They're very intimidating to us. Suddenly, Dathian Tin turned to the referee and said, "Why hasn't the result been announced yet? Are you waiting to let the spirit master be wiped out before declaring victory?" The ghoul wolf side, scared and about to flee, was stopped in time by the referee. "No, the spirit master cannot be eliminated." Dathian Ting replied, "Then hurry up and announce the result." The referee hesitated a bit, then turned to us and declared, "In the third match, the Xiaodao battle team wins and earns 1 point." Sutila watched the match excitedly and exclaimed, "They took out their opponent in the very first round. Looks like first place won't escape us this time." But Halutin quickly stepped forward to assert ownership. "Yeah, the 5 of us clearly won. You're just a spectator. Lutin, if it weren't for my status preventing me from competing, kids like you wouldn't even have a chance to participate." Dathian Ting also stepped forward to soothe Sutila. "Lutin is still young. Don't mind her. Today's elimination round is definitely no longer our concern. Yeah, there are many people today, so we can only play the elimination round. Besides, I don't bother with kids." Seeing this, Sutila happily pulled Dathiantin away. "Then let's all go to the Demon Spirit Forest to strengthen our abilities. With an intermediate trainer like you here, our pets will definitely improve dramatically." Suddenly, Halutin cut in sarcastically, "Brother-in-law only took us to raise our pet's strength so we could win the match. Got it." Sutila ground her teeth and snarled, "What do you mean by that, brat? I'm Dathiantin's best friend. How could you leave me behind?" After that, the whole group arrived at the Demon Spirit Invasion Forest. They encountered the Fiery Demon Violent Star, a fire type rated at 2 E-grade spirit levels, 1 each of water and divine fire types. The fire spirit fruit contained a huge amount of fire type energy at 2 spirit levels. Dathiantin grew even more interested. Indeed, all precious spirit medicines nearby were guarded by demon spirits. Tiovu subdued it. Ha Tiovu replied to Dathiantin, brother 205, and together with Fire dual swords, they dealt a finishing blow to the demon spirit. Fat Kun was also summoned, so Dathiantin could use refining tools on Halutin. Curiously, she asked her husband, "Is this naughty little guy fully equipped?" "Solve it, that's simply use a fire-type core pill combined with the fire spirit fruit for better effect." After a while of processing, the core pill turned into a kind of red liquid. Dathiantin gave it to his future wife's pet, Hua Hua. After drinking it, Hua Hua immediately cried out, "Chiek, chiek!" Hua Hua blazed up and flew high into the sky. Hatuvu was excited. Hua Hua successfully increased to E6. Dathiantin watched with some satisfaction. Using the fire spirit fruit effect, ordinary spirit pets can increase at least 2 ranks. Hua Hua only increased by 1 rank. It seems the higher the bloodline, the slower the rank increase. Later, everyone continued on their journey. Ha Lu Tin was a bit jealous. "Right now among us, your spirit pet has the highest rank." Dathiantin replied, "Lu Tin, you don't need to admire it too much. We still have a lot of time. Maybe we can help you all find treasures for your spirit pets." Suddenly, Dathiantin stopped when he heard a sniffing sound. It was a soil-type evil spirit, golden money rat, rated 2-star rank F. Has a keen sense of smell and good at finding treasures. Weaknesses are wood and rock types. Sutila was a bit doubtful. Tiantin, what's so special about this little earth rat? Although it looks a bit unique at first glance, I don't feel it's very powerful. Dathiantin didn't deny it, but was still interested. This is a golden money rat. It doesn't have offensive abilities, but it has treasure-finding abilities. With it, our efficiency in finding spirit medicines can increase significantly. Sutila Lutin, let's quietly split up. Then surround it. Okay, both Sutila and Halutin followed Dathiantin to form a triangular encirclement. But just as they charged in, the little money rat had disappeared. The 3 of them bumped heads, but only Dathiantin didn't. "What's wrong?" Sutila and Halutin exclaimed. "Wow, husband, are you even human? Why is your head so hard like stone? It's frustrating. Where did it run off to? Ow, ow, my head hurts." Tiantin was frustrated. His body quality was strained by the urgent situation. It couldn't be normal. It turned out the little capybara was nearby quietly chuckling, not willing to suffer. The three young people were determined to take revenge. Our husband was looked down on by this little rat. Dare to look down on us, we'll risk everything with it. Sutila and Tiantin summoned Spirit Pets 205 to suppress the great white icebone mysterious ground. Our little rat just froze, plus the cold ice added. Before it could recover, Tiantin's mischievous face appeared. You can't escape, kit. Little one, judging by your intelligence stat, you can fully understand me. From now on, you have to help us find spirit medicines. Otherwise, I'll make you breakfast for the hellhound, got it? Sniff, sniff. 10 minutes later, the group of 6 had grown to 7. Tin seemed unconvinced. Husband, we've been traveling half a day. Does this rat really have any use? Suddenly, the little capybara turned back to communicate with Tiantin. Sniff, 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 sniff. At that moment, he also turned and noticed the system had just detected the appearance of a wind thunder fruit, a fruit attribute containing wind and thunder energy with 2-star materials. Tiantin turned to Chumin. Those are wind thunder fruits and little jade wind fire. Thunder, their fruit attributes are truly a perfect match. Very good, I'll go pick them. But as Sutila was about to rush forward, he stopped her. Don't rush. This kind of spirit pet must be protected by evil spirits nearby. Just as he finished speaking, a step approached. Indeed, there was an evil spirit, the evil spirit, Half-Moon Wolf King, with thunder electric and icebone attributes, rated 3-star rank E with the weakness of divine harmony. Hatuvu wanted to step forward to let his sister go. Hua, the divine fire can counter it, and our rank is higher. But Tiantin quickly stopped him. No Tuvu this time, neither I nor my sister need to act. This is a great chance for Lu Tinchu, Minchu Lang, and Sutila to train. Sutila and Tin, the two most enthusiastic, said in unison, Rest assured, leave it to us, husband. Tin summoned the great tiger. Finally, it's our turn on stage. The little ice spirit attacked in a frozen pile, but as it charged forward, it was shattered by a lightning strike. Tin was amazed. It easily shattered the little ice spirit's hammer. Chumin then charged forward. Little Ngok Fing Thunder Kick. Little Ngok nimbly moves through the branches and rocks straight at Purple Moon Wolf King's face. However, the evil spirit used the cold ice armor to block it, but Chumin kept attacking. Little Ngok continued with a violent direct punch, landing a heavy blow on Purple Moon Wolf King. This time, the evil spirit's armor was broken. This move also surprised Tiantin, who crushed the protective shield with just a fist. Little Ngok's physical attack was so strong, but it seemed that the last strike had no effect on Purple Moon Wolf King. Just as Purple Moon Wolf King was about to counterattack, Little Ngok Chu Lang jumped into the fight, and Little Eight's Earth Element, Guardian, immediately surrounded Little Ngok with a protective layer. Tiantin also realized, no wonder Chumin's spirit beast fights so fiercely. It turns out there is protective backing. Although Purple Moon Wolf King is very strong, if everyone coordinates well, they can still easily win. Sutila next to him laughed. The great white blocked the fire, but left a weakness exposed. Yeah, while Purple Moon Wolf King was busy dealing with Tin's ice spirit, Little Ngok suddenly struck a knockdown blow. Then the great white immediately lunged and bit the neck to finish it off completely. Tin happily showed off that the task was done. This is Tin's internal pill. You all coordinate really well. Tiantin immediately picked up the internal pill to show Chumin. Quick look. Purple Moon Wolf King's internal pill contains cold ice and thunder attributes. After Little Ngok used it, there was a chance to evolve into the cold ice attribute for real. That's great then. Tiantin approached Little Ngok, but the success rate isn't 100%, so we still have to see how fate plays out. Thanks to Mapno opening the space, he then refined Little Ngok. The maiden stepped forward to drink no flashiness, just a glow surrounding Little Ngok, quickly upgrading into a violent spirit beast. Thunder hair, jade hair bloodline, not yet activating the wind, and thunder attribute variant icebone system, rated 4-star level E with 4 skills. 1 violent wind control, condensing violent wind. Wind attribute attack. 2 wind thunder path, physical wind thunder, attribute attack. 3 violent direct punch, physical attack. 4 thunder violent wind, snow containing thunder wind. Ice attribute 5. Chumin was overjoyed, rushing to hug Tiantin and forgetting his shirt was a bit loose. So great it's successful. Cough, cough. Chu Min here is nearly breathless because of you. Noticing Ha's sister's jealous and embarrassed expressions, Chu Min quickly stepped back. Sorry, I got too excited just now. Then everyone continued treasure hunting. First was Ha Lu Tin. This is ice clear glaze, which can boost Little Tin Tin by at least 2 sub-levels. Thank you, husband. Then Chu Lang. This is water cloud stone containing water and magma attributes suitable for Little 8. Lastly, my wives gave this. It's 100 years still iron diamond. This one is for you, world Hua Yi. Hua Yi world contains spatial attribute void root. This helps small objects assist strength. Everyone's power increased quite a bit. After some time, everyone arrived at Liangyi Spring, 2 lake surfaces divided into red and blue, with an object floating in the middle. Da Tianting quickly recognized and pulled Sutila's hand. Quick look, it's Icefire Liangyi Spring. What's so astonishing about this place? Liangyi Spring isn't the focus. The key is the flower in the center. That is the flame-bone flower possessing both fire and icy attributes, and it can only grow in Icefire Liangyi Spring. It's a top-tier spirit medicine. If the flame-bone flower is used by the Great White, the effect will be unimaginable. Hearing this, Sutila got excited. Then quickly figure out how to get it out of the lake. Ha Tuvu quickly reminded Sutila not to rush. Let me send Fire over to catch it. Sutila thanked Tuvu. Fire flew up close to the flame, bone flower, and just caught it to fly away, when suddenly a strong force from beneath the lake separated Fire and the flame-bone flower. Dathian Ting hurriedly used mobile space to grab the flower, then hugged Fire, and returned to the original spot. At that moment, an angry evil spirit charged up, and simultaneously another evil spirit appeared by the lake. Although back to the original spot, Da Thien Tin was injured and fell. Sutila and Ha Tiovu shouted, "Thien Tin, are you okay?" "I'm fine, Fire, and the flame-bone flower have been saved." But clearly his body was drenched in sweat. In a blink, 20x0 mobile space consumed a huge amount of physical energy. Sutila and Ha Tiovu rushed over to support Da Thien Tin. Sutila exclaimed, "What kind of evil spirit is this Wo Tao? It has 2 heads, 1 red and 1 blue. Icefire 2-headed snake. This is a rank demon-level evil spirit. That is the Icefire 2-headed snake evil spirit with Icebone and fire attributes. Rated as 3 stars, rank D2, the ability possesses dual flame power with an attack ability containing deadly poison like the Divine Fire and Divine Water systems." Da Tianting immediately turned to Ha Tio Vu Tio. "Vu can Hua still fight right now? Hua to Divine Fire can suppress this snake." She was holding Hua in her arms at this moment. It might just be that her strength is not as good as usual since she was injured after all. Da Tianting didn't hesitate and rushed forward. "The low-level evil spirits won't give us a chance to escape. Everyone give your full support to Hua. Prepare your minds for a fight to the death. It's the first time we've met such a strong opponent. Let's first test a bit of the opponent's strength." Hua's karmic fire strikes fiercely. Although it's a minor attack, the 2 evil spirits didn't hesitate to respond with overwhelming force, as if it meant nothing to them. Da Thien Tin began to feel afraid. "Damn, the rank difference is too great." Diamond crashes into it. "Let me have Diamond charge in and smash the mouths of the 2 snakes with its golden claws." A huge explosion occurred when both collided. The bone haze faded gradually. Sutila suspected it was already injured, but Da Thien Tin's expression darkened immediately. Not good, Diamond is in danger. Seeing Sun Wukong tied up by the 2 white-bone spirits, Da Thien Tin quickly counterattacked with 205 strikes to suppress the evil spirits. With 7 moves, Da Thien Tin swiftly counterattacked with the Underworld Flame, launching a powerful attack.